So Caribana, y'all are lit. Thank you so much. We appreciate
thank you.
it.
I can't really see you right now because I'm looking straight at the phone, but thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes, Caribana this year was lit. For some of you who got to participate in some of the festivities and in the festivities, some of you will know that there were major changes made to the route, to how everything was done, and how the experience was. So one of the major changes to Caribana was that the route was increased to 7.5 kilometers. So typically it's like 3.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So we're at 10. We're at 10.
Bro, when we played
So
last year, I was
heavy-
tired. So you're saying they doubled it and a bit? Oh,
I think,
a lot,
or
bro.
it could
did
have
they
been
give
like,
us water this time?
They did. So the
praise
band that I
Jesus.
was with was Fantasia. They were an exceptional band. Mass camp, everything. The experience was amazing. They fed you. They made sure that you were treated like family.
They added food too?
Yo,
They're
woo,
feeding
water,
people at Caribana?
woo, yo.
Listen,
We
we couldn't even get water last time when we were with Tribal Carnival.
Oh, you gonna do them like that? You just gonna put them out there?
Sorry.
Before we go, this is the vent.
Oh,
It's all good. I'm your host, Gentleville. We got the Nerd Z.
hey.
We got DM here. And we got Del Pesh here.
Del Pesher, yeah.
And as you can tell, Nerd Z's talking about her experience at Caribana. I
Yes.
was there in spirit.
Yes.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Um,
But it was really good. Yeah, what else? Yeah, experience-wise was really great. The amount of protection that was served at the grounds, the CNE grounds, probably doubled. And
Jesus.
but
I mean, I'm not surprised.
but
Like,
the
Yeah.
Toronto
communication
been real
with them
hot.
was so much better.
mhm.
They were much nicer. They treated people really kindly.
Like they're a human being?
Like, yeah,
Oh.
service was so nice.
Like
Everything
some-
was
some ERs?
great. Like,
Really?
great. Yeah, there was no hassle, nothing. The other thing that changed was that Caribana went electronic. So they
Yes, I
went
heard about
digital.
this.
What does that mean?
So instead of just walking up, getting your ticket, and going in and entering on the grounds, what happened was if you were a masquerader or you were participating in any form, vendor, whatever, you would have to pre-purchase your wristband and then put your PIN in and register your PIN before you were able to get onto the grounds.
Oh, shoot.
What?
Wow.
So this decreased a lot of traffic between interactions of customer service issues and all this other stuff. There was less manhandling at the door,
Ah, okay.
right?
Okay.
But did that stop stormers? Like you know
So
what I mean?
supposedly there was an incident. I myself wasn't there for the incident of like the stormers, but supposedly there was. And as they say, you can never stop the stormers. That's just
Right?
what it is.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna let yourself get kicked over and mashed? I'm okay.
The jump up spirit's too strong. Like,
Yeah,
it's
the
just-
jump
you
up
can't-
spirit is way too strong.
Like,
You can't. It's not. You can't hold that. So that also is a different thing, digital. And what else?
I seen a video with the Hebrew Israelites. Did you see those guys?
Yes, that is real.
They were the Hebrew.
That is not.
That's who they were.
That is
They're
not.
actually Hebrew Israelites.
I-
Yeah,
Hebrew
the black
Israelites.
Israelites were there, and they were not inside the actual CNE grounds.
Mhm.
So if that's a rumor, that is false. They actually stood outside, but outside of the actual gates, but on the bridge.
Okay.
So, and yes, they were expressing themselves and the beliefs to the masses that walked by. And many did engage with people to the point where it was like provocation, like angered some people. And there were, and the thing is, the people who were being angered were not older people. They were young people, and they didn't come with like attitude. They came with like full facts. They were just like, that's nice, this is your beliefs and whatnot, but time and place. So it was like, wow. That was also another thing.
Oh.
Constructive criticism.
Because I seen like there's one footage where a guy like actually hops the.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was like aggressive though. It seemed
It was
like he
a-
just wanted to like have a face-to-face
Conversation.
conversation
Yeah.
versus like have this barrier in between them.
Yeah, it was intense.
Caribana's different.
Did you like walk past them? Did you see them yourself? Like when you were?
I did see them myself because I was a vendor. I had to like pick up my volunteers at the gate, so I was constantly being exposed to the group. So it was like, okay, but they didn't move. They did not.
They stand strong.
Yeah,
They're
they just
dedicated.
stood there and just spent the whole day talking. They changed different speakers to have a time, and that was it. Yeah.
Based off what you heard, do you feel like they were like really ignorant on? Because based off the footage I seen, he was like, yeah, "I didn't call you a whore.
You were dressed like a
just
slut.
like one."
Yeah, like
where they.
I would
was
say
it-
that some of the what they were saying was more for sensationalization. I don't think that if they were actually
Like preaching?
yeah, if they were preaching what they're to preach, their beliefs, I don't think that the extent of how they delivered it was necessary. I think that they were doing a little bit much over the top so they can get like coverage.
Oh, so just spark something.
Yes. So that's why. So
Everybody, you do anything for
here
clout nowadays.
right? Exactly.
Everything for clout.
So they want to have, and I mean, sometimes there were a few comments that were made, like as you guys said, like someone would be like, "Oh, you're not a hoe, but you dress like a slut." Like you're saying the same damn thing. Like,
you saying you're wearing.
I know, but
Don't
it's
do
like
Don't do it.
No, you're saying we're wearing a whole thing's uniform.
no, but it's
But,
like
like-
saying like yeah, like the
But
whole
that's not your
concept.
being.
Ooh.
Like you're putting it out there.
Watch your mouth.
Okay.
Stay in your
No,
place.
you guys are taking it in the way left field. As I'm saying, the way I'm taking it as, I'm not saying that you're a hoe, meaning your character, but you're
character
dressing
trait.
like a slut. How does the clothes and the type of clothes and fashion that I use be associated to that? That's what I mean. That's where I'm coming from. So it's like, in saying that, you're saying the same thing, but you're just, the person who's taking
You're trying
it,
to be
they're not
slick.
gonna, yeah, you're trying to be slick. It's gonna go over the person's head, but it's like, you're saying the same thing, but you're just trying to direct it in a different format. That's all.
What do you say is the best way to approach that?
For what?
Like just when they because they came out rallied all dressed in purple, ready to like criticize and stuff like that. Like, what would you say the best way to approach that? Like, I feel like is just walking away, ignoring them the best way, or
Yeah, I mean, that's your belief, right? Like, but my thing at the end of the day would be like, don't impose it onto others. That's it.
Don't be so forceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is,
I mean, but isn't that what people of religions do, though?
but you're not supposed to.
Yeah. That's yeah. But it,
I mean, isn't that the whole
Technically-
point of like preaching or like missionary work? Is that like they try to expose it to the masses to gather more followers?
Right. But there's
A
the
way to do it.
coercion, yeah, and then there's the, hey man, I do this and this
Yeah,
is what I
yeah.
do and this is how my life is and would you like to be a part of my world? Sure, why not? You're not imposing on it. You're not pushing it onto anybody. So it's like, that's where I feel the difference is. That's just me though.
So how do you feel about like the body representation in Caribana? I think there was an article.
oh,
The
shit.
body, yes. So there was this whole rumor about how there's these women who were gonna come in there and they were gonna go topless for Caribana in what? In commodity to just like body image and like all these other stuff. So no one came that I saw with their titties out. That's one.
That okay. Like
That I
specifically.
could,
okay.
yes.
Sorry.
Right? I did not see anybody. I was not aware, and the people that I knew did not see anybody. So that's one. Two, I mean, everybody came out there and it was very accepting. I don't see where people came out of all shapes, sizes, and
I don't.
there's never been a concern.
I don't think that's not the concern. Isn't the parade itself? The concern is the shows, like the what do you call it?
The actual like campaign shows, like the shows
what are
of
they
the.
called?
Oh,
They're
the
called,
model-
like
the
camps, the mass
The
camps
mask
or
camp.
something?
Yeah, the runway shows and everything. Yes, I actually saw that and I commented about it. And I'm like, if whoever made that rumor actually attended those things, they would know that all sizes actually run those stuff. Why do I know that? I was one of them. I'm not your little petite frame one. And
Yikes.
two, I'm
Can
not,
we have a vote right now? Do we consider Zakiya petite?
I'm not. But I'm not.
Is anyone? No one else is voting.
You're petite still.
So do we consider Zakiya petite?
I'll
Okay.
say slim thick. Is that considered petite? Because petite to me is
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
model
if
standard is the
Oh,
way that
okay.
they're
That's-
thinking
that-
and
and
how
that-
they're trying to project that only these skinny girls are like only
Okay.
being fashionable. I'm not considered that.
okay,
Okay, sure,
that's
okay.
understandable.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. So if you, being someone who is generally considered petite, is not considered
Your
petite by
model
model
type.
standards,
Yes.
so someone who is actually plus size, like a size 18,
Yes.
is considered way out of the model range,
And
right?
would be walking across the stage and would not be something
I
you
haven't
don't
seen
see
it.
or irregular.
I'm
I
gonna be
haven't
honest.
seen
I
it.
haven't-
I've in like people's
You
posts.
haven't?
I have not seen
See,
it. In
this
people's
is-
posts and people's videos, I never see anyone who's like a size 16. Have I seen someone like be a size 10 or
Yes.
like a size 12?
Yes.
Yes, like and that's what I would consider like slim thick or
Right.
or thick would be like someone who's definitely not like
Really?
small, but
a size 12? I think the concept of like
I'm a size 12.
You're a
I'm
size
not
12?
fat. Like, yikes! I'm not super big. Like
yeah.
I'm a size 12. Like
So that's what
this
I'm
is
saying.
considered like you know what I mean. And this is considered the biggest they'll go. And I
See?
don't think that's the representation that people are talking about.
I think people's numbers are getting fudged in their minds.
Because I've seen larger than you. No, I mean,
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
I've
So
definitely
that's
seen-
what I'm
But are
saying.
they
If
being
she's
promoted?
a size 12,
But like how
Yes.
much? How much? One model in a show that has like 10 models like
Yeah,
that.
it's
different
the
outfits.
numbers aren't
Does it
fair.
add
It's
up?
not common.
of course it
it's-
adds up.
I want to say it's common though.
It is common.
Common?
Yes.
I can't
Okay,
say it's
but
common.
This is where I say if you go to the shows, you see, you all don't go to the shows. I go
I'm
to the
just
shows. So
asking,
I'm
man.
saying that.
But my question is, but on their pages, do they promote the outfits as well?
Yes. And do you
Yes.
ever see really big girls? No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's also remember that like we all don't see all the same shows, right? So in my experience, I'm not seeing a size 18 in what do you call it? On a runway show or whatever, right? Or being promoted on the pages, but other people might. I'm sure there are people out there that are putting much bigger girls on runways and in print.
But can you?
But I'm just saying, like, the numbers aren't the same. You seeing 10 skinny, petite, slim, thick girls and one big girl, the numbers are not the same.
Right.
Like, it's not fair representation.
And on top of that, too, I don't know if it's because I don't think the average woman. You can't tell if the average woman is that size or is just. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but even if they're not, even if the average woman isn't, like, the point is, like, you still should be able to have representation of.
But that
And
is-
not as an afterthought. It makes it seem like, okay, we're going to put this one big girl in here so people can't say we're not, letting big girls be in the show.
See.
It's like when there's foundation colors and all of them are white and they put one super dark color. Like,
Right. I find that very interesting, especially when the culture itself has more so the size of size 8 onward. So it's interesting that in the Toronto perspective, we don't seem to have that. But it's
Yep.
like a lot of the women that we do have on our runways are of all sizes. We have even of different ethnicities, right? So yeah, I've seen it. Like I even like for my camp where I was staying, we had at least 3 girls that were just like of size.
3 out of how many though?
3 of my camp. That's
of
just
your
from my
camp.
section.
The section.
And then there was another section. There was another 3 girls, and then there was another, and whatever. I was the only girl who had muscles.
Now, quick math thing. How many camps would you like on an average like Caribana weekend? Like how many camps?
or how many models are in one section?
Like one
Yeah.
section.
Depending on how many costumes. So you would say like 5 would be the number of costumes that are
That
in
needed to
one
be-
section.
In one
Yeah.
section. Okay.
Right? And then
Yeah,
in that
that's
group
about
or that mass camp,
sense.
they would have like of
different sections.
Right.
Oh,
So
okay,
each
okay.
camp could have like 5 to like, who knows, 12 sections. And that could each
12.
have, and then each one. So then think about that. That's like if there's 3 of the 5 outfits, there's a representation of a fuller size woman, or each one of those have a representation of somebody of size.
Okay.
Is that for every? Can you say? I guess.
But she's only talking about her camp and what she's
Yeah,
experienced.
But
right?
that's what I'm saying. Is that something common for every mass camp?
Well, I haven't been to every mass.
Right.
So
But
that's
from what
what
I've
I'm
experienced
in her camp,
from what I've seen, yes, I would say that
Mhm.
representation is there
Mm-hmm.
of different sizes
Okay.
and different heights too.
Short girls.
Yeah,
Tall
tall girls, curvy
Tall
girls,
girls,
skinny girls,
girls.
everything. You know, like
Okay.
everything. So that's why I'm like, to me, I feel like that's a rumor.
Oh, okay.
That's a rumor, or maybe.
I mean, I feel like people are going by majority, right? So just like how, I guess, sort of like how broad statements are made. It goes on the majority, like the bigger picture of something versus like, you know, like what each camp is doing.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying from my experience, like, but that's sort of what everybody does, right? Everybody goes by their experience and then makes these generalizations or whatever. So.
Correct. And even in the aftermath, you're not seeing just the smaller girls. You're seeing everybody. Everybody. Like, all sizes. At that point, it's just the enjoyment of carnival. That's all you're seeing.
Yeah, well, the parade is different. It's just like when they make runway shows and you only see size zeros, but then everyone is wearing the clothes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Gucci's going to have only these, you know, like these tall, skinny, one body type, one size type women, but everywhere around, I mean, the society is wearing Gucci, all shades and sizes. Like, the parade is not the problem. It's the representation before that, or what is conducted as this is.
Any input from the live?
Yeah, so it's like there are enough thick girls out there. You know, it's like it was every camp had different sizes. Good times.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Well, speaking of sizes,
Wild.
sorry. Nicki Minaj had this post, and it states.
Oh, what's the post? Let me put it in the feed, in the live.
It's. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
I have a real question. Take this poll, ladies. Should we be the way we want to be, or the way our partner wants us to be? If your partner likes you thicker, should you take that into consideration? Ladies, how do you feel about that?
Nope.
I am not
Sorry.
going to change
So
my body to accommodate no one. No. I've learned my lesson.
Is it based off experience?
Yes. It is based off experience. It's based off of a relationship that I got comfortable in, which was a great relationship, don't get me wrong. But
use the word comfortable.
Yes.
You got comfortable.
I got comfortable. And in that comfort, so did my waistline. So that's what happened. And yeah, from then I was like, ooh, yeah, no. And I hear it often too. Even now, I hear about it where some men would be like, you should like lift more and get deezer and like get more weight and gain like more muscle mass, because that's how they want to see me. They want to see me defined and see me like hard and like muscles flexing all the time. That's just what they like. Me personally, I like my muscles flexing too, but probably not to the extent that that person wants of me.
Okay.
Right?
They want you to have like that track star body almost.
Right? It's like, ooh, looking like I'm Mrs. Olympian 2019. Like, no.
What are the common things you ladies get? Like, just you want to be thicker, or like, is that the norm suggestion or demand that you guys get?
No, I've gotten skinnier. I've gotten gain weight. I've gotten get thicker, muscular. I've had the full range.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because it's not based, it's right. It's not based on us. They're going by what they like. So different men, different preferences.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever told a gal like, see, the thing is we don't have it's taboo for us to be like, hey, you're kind of
gaining weight.
Yeah, you're kind of gaining weight. Like the rolls are starting to roll a little
too loose.
Too loose, right? You know, you keep your shirt on when we're having. Okay, I'm saying too much. But
I don't know. I feel like sometimes also it depends on how comfortable the person is, or how abusive. Because I mean, it's a little like depending. Like I remember there was this one guy that I was like messing around with for like however long, and he used to call me fat all the time. If I would talk about eating, like, if I would talk about, like, oh my God, I just ate so much food, he'd be like, well, get on a treadmill. Like, you're
you gotta
a little abusive.
He didn't do it R&B style. He just said straight.
This man said
Right? Like, if I would
R&B
complain
style.
about my weight, he'd be like, well, stop eating so much. Like,
What is R&B style? How do you deliver a weight gain?
You don't
in
say
R&B
it.
style?
But you say it. Like, is there any more room for me as you're eating
in these jeans.
in those jeans?
You could do
So
the
you don't
genuine
even-
thing.
So you don't even know if it's like you're thick in the jeans or you can't put them
Wow.
on.
Versus, like, I don't know. Nobody else has ever cared about me gaining weight that I've ever.
Really?
Yeah. Right?
He didn't do the.
I always want to be losing weight, and men always want me to get thicker, stay thick, whatever it is, and I'm always like, okay, that's for you.
Yes, yes.
Now, for me to be happy in my body,
Yes.
I'm gonna tone up and lose this stomach and do a bunch of cardio and slim my legs down because these thighs aren't matching the hip ratio and ass
hip
ratio that
ratio.
I'm looking for.
The ass
so
ratio.
There's a ratio, man. I mean, you see it,
Proportions?
like
The
as
proportions.
your proportions. Because there's some people,
facts.
you're like, you look at yourself and it's like, man, if I just even this out, do a little this there,
You'd be a
I'll
threat.
be
You'd be a
cool.
threat in
Yeah,
the
you're just
streets.
like, ooh,
Okay.
Like,
yes.
you don't have the ant booty and then the small legs and
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
know,
that.
just gotta be like, ooh, gotta pump that a little.
Right? Like, why are my thighs like 27 inches, but my ass is only 30? Like, I don't understand
that's-
how that works. Like,
Oh,
where is
that's
the
crazy.
the projection behind to match how thick these big ass thighs are?
There's
Like, I
squats
Wait,
just
so it's like-
sizes and deadlift all I'm sitting there.
So like curves like
It's like you see when you see someone with like
Almost
really
like-
really
like
thick,
that,
thick,
like-
thick thighs, and then they have no calves,
I haven't seen
that's
that.
crazy.
like horse thighs
I haven't
and
seen
no
that.
calves.
That's strange. I
It's strange.
I don't know. I never really be paying attention
Yeah,
to
like
calves.
I-
calves.
Calves?
Like I'm looking
Oh,
at calves.
when you see
Calves?
that, like you're like,
It's because you in fitness, yo. You be looking at calves, B. I don't look at
I be paying
calves,
attention,
yo.
like, you know when someone looks like from the front view, they sort of seem like they have curves and stuff, and then they
Yes.
turn
Turn
around,
around,
they
yeah,
don't
that's
like.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I got tricked like that.
Or like
Oh,
tricked. Chill out. We're not saying
That
Oh.
shit,
tricked.
I got
All
tricked.
bodies matter, and everyone's great in their
dying.
bodies.
No, don't
We're
we get-
just talking about.
don't get me
how-
wrong, but like
This man made it sound like the
the
nerve,
same thing.
the
I saw it-
deception.
Wait, I saw it in the front. The hips were there and everything. You know how this is what I love about black women. They have like the extra meat here that kind of goes.
Oh, what do they
and
call those? Like hip dips or something?
yeah,
That-
Hip
I
dips.
have hip dips. Yeah.
hip dips. The
I
extra,
don't. I'm straight.
the extra hip dips.
For these big ass thighs,
Right?
I be telling y'all.
But then when she was profile, I was like, wait a minute.
Yes.
It
I
kind of.
hate him.
It was like a 20-inch. I don't know the measurements. I'm just making it up. But it was like a 28 to 29 ass. It was just a very.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just strange, right?
oh, okay.
But
My question is,
yeah, but yeah.
it's that because I
what's your
I don't know
your face
where
like
I'm
that?
going with this, but
Yes.
what did someone alive say something? or-
Common saying it doesn't matter to them. This is a gentleman saying this.
Okay, my question.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but I think a lot of the time, I know that I do this a lot, and I focus on the number on the scale instead of how you feel and how you like think that you look.
And how your
And that's
clothes
way
feel,
more,
or-
and that's way more important than the number on the scale a lot of the
Right.
times. Like at times I'd be like, yo, like I feel good and like I think I look good. Like, you know, like stomach isn't poking out too much. Like, you know, thighs are a little like, oh, you know, instead of
then I rub up.
and then like you get on the scale and I'm like, I'm 5 feet. How am I 160? Like
Right.
this should not be a thing. And then of
Right.
course your BMI says you're obese and like this is the
Wait,
like you know for how tall you are you should be 150 and blah. And I'm
yes,
just like,
yes.
no, I need to lose weight even though I'm
Says
happy.
who?
Wait,
like,
you can't be 5. You're like 5 and something though.
I say what I want to say. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm somewhere between like 5'1" to 5'2", but I be saying 5 because like that's what I feel like.
Oh,
Like everyone I stand next to is like,
Taller than you?
so it don't really matter. Do the 2 inches really matter? Unless it's anyway.
Would you date
Brother.
someone? Would you date someone like your height? Like height?
oh, you did that. You did. I like that. I like that. You did that.
I
Look at
mean,
her-
Like looking you
okay,
eye to eyes.
but time out. Why would I have to? I'm 5 feet. I can't tell you if I don't know any men my size, so it don't even matter. Like,
I know.
Don't let her dodge the hypothetical.
Well,
What?
I want to. I'm
I-
saying,
No,
yeah,
don't-
you're dodging it.
you're
What
dodging
if a
it,
man
don't
looks
dodge
you in your face like romantic?
he wouldn't.
Like,
Like I said,
can't even
I'm
look
5
down at
feet.
you like, I love you, son.
There's
I love you.
no way
Your
there's
eyes.
someone as tall as
Eye level.
There's no way.
Eye level.
Everyone I've ever met never has been eye level.
but if he
okay?
was Ivan, he just gave you the licks, and I was just like, Like, I love just looking you dead in your face, like
That straight, just like
cause you
right
But
at
I
eye
want to
level,
wear
like
heels. You know I love wearing heels.
So-
I like being like 5'4", 5'5", maybe a 5'6". Like
he can wear the
I don't
the,
really
the
be
boot
doing
thing.
4
You
inches.
can wear the
but-
Timbs.
He can wear
Yo.
the Timbs, or he can wear the slip-ons.
Oh God, the inserts.
The inserts.
People want to know. They got questions. They want to know.
What did they say?
Wait.
They want to know.
Yeah, she's made
Okay, wait. Someone said something. So
Good question.
Iramo Art
Yes.
said BMI is whack, which I also have heard, but like I guess because when I was young, they used to sort of drill it in our head a lot in middle school about BMI, so I think I have that internalized.
Body
Even
mass
though I've
index,
heard that the whole like being a certain height
Height.
and weight like is,
It's a factor.
but it's still with me. Also, this app where I follow my weight and like fitness and stuff, it has the BMI in there and it like
nice.
tracks it, so it's always there in my face and it's
Yes.
always telling me I'm obese.
Oh, jeez.
So,
That's rough. That's
Gotta get
I
that-
know,
gotta get that
honestly,
imagery
it is
out.
definitely.
Gotta get those harsh words.
So,
out.
That's
he said, "Wait, there are
psychology,
so many. I need answers. Wait, so many questions. Tell us the
The
questions and
one
we'll
question
answer
I asked,
them."
you're 5-something. Would you date someone that's 5-something that can look
I
you dead in
don't
your
need
face like
to.
this?
I don't need to.
You're
I
not
don't-
answering the question.
I don't need to. That is the answer. I don't need to.
Okay,
So
let's
I don't-
say
Okay, guys,
It's a no,
time
it's a
out.
no.
It's probably a no, to be perfectly honest. Anyone that I've ever dealt with has been like 6'3" at least. I've never dated anyone shorter than that. And it's to be honest, everyone I've ever actually I think one of them was 6'2". My first
talking
puppy
about-
love was 6'2".
These
Shout out
guys
to
are out there getting no chance.
Oh.
And you know what's funny?
No
All of these
chance.
tall guys be telling me all the time they have to be the tallest guy in the room or they feel some type of way.
wow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, and they're like 6'3", 6'2", and they're like, yeah, I have to be like they be like, if I see a nigga that's taller than me, like they feel some type of way and they don't want to be near that nigga.
But they don't know what average is. I don't get it, man. They don't know
They
what average
surpass.
is mean.
Yeah, like they surpass.
Wait, what?
Like the average person 6 foot. You're not gonna. It's not common, right?
Right? But I guess
Yeah.
they want to be the like they want to be the rarity.
It's
They
not
want to be the
common, like-
only rarity in the room.
Plus,
That's-
you hang out.
I
with
hear this
everybody,
like
yeah.
guys. I'm telling you, I be saying every, but y'all know I be messing with nobody because I hate people. But
Wait, so that means you hate yourself?
no, I'm great. I hate other people, obviously.
How could
That's
you hate
why.
me though? I'm adorable, and according to someone, I look good on camera. But don't say that to me though.
But question.
But you just said it on camera.
But anyway, you hate
Man's
people,
just
but
gonna see this.
do you also hate people that are under
Shorter
6
than
foot?
I don't. I don't know. Somehow the guys that be talking to me end up
Keep
being-
that pressure up. I
I'm
like
getting
it.
the pressure. You should have run from the question.
That's
Avoid-
fine. Under 6 feet is fine.
That was-
To be perfectly
under-
honest, as long as you're taller than me, it's
hold on,
fine.
hold on.
All right, that's a. What about same height?
Because I like,
Wait.
I want to, like, it's,
6 inches deep.
I need to, I mean, also it depends on how built you are. As
I
long as
blacked
I
out.
feel
Oh,
like I
shit.
can be protected, if someone's trying to come at me, if I'm at Sands and there are bullets running amok and you hold on to me and like the bullets bounce off you so we're not getting killed,
So-
like
He's a superhero?
I'm
What
good.
is-
I
Like
gotta-
gotta
bounce
have. I gotta have.
you can be 5'6" and as long. Okay, wait.
I got a hypothetical question.
Wait.
I got a hypothetical
But height
Yo,
is
question.
can we
something-
edit that out?
Hold on.
Wait.
No,
Can we
we're
edit
not.
that out?
I got a
Wait.
hypothetical
I need like
question.
5'11".
Can I get a That's what she said. Yo, 2 inches
Wait,
down or an inch down.
Wait.
Get a
Let's edit this all out and go back
5
to my.
It's an
I don't
inch
need.
from 6 foot though. That's what I was about to ask this question.
Yeah,
like
that's
she
like-
made it sound like, oh, I don't like tall people. 6 foot, 6 foot something. And then she goes, yeah, you can be a little
I don't
under
want.
6, 5'11".
Okay, but what
fine.
if we end up having
5'11".
children? I don't want my children to go through the disabilities I went through.
Disabilities.
Disabilities that
Wow.
you go through.
Yo, I have a question.
Wild.
I have one question.
Wow.
Just,
It is a struggle with the weather down here. Okay, you guys don't understand what we be going through. Okay.
So our bathtub
If
I
there are
tubs-
any short people in our lives,
our
please tell
bathtub
us
tubs-
about the struggles. Please.
But yo, I got a
Because
question.
DM needs to let us
She's
know.
under fire. I have to catch her under fire right now. That question, hypothetical.
Oh
Just a hypothetical question,
Yeah.
right?
Last one.
You and your significant other. Let's say you guys were the same height. Right?
False.
Let's just say.
No, hypothetical.
It's all hypothetical.
So you're both 5'2", eye to eye. Go.
Clearly,
both-
this is not possible.
Both five- Look, but that's why I just said we're using our imagination here. Shout out to Barney.
Don't kill me.
Both of you guys are the same height,
Okay.
and you guys go to the grocery store, and there's something on the top shelf that both of you guys need.
rolling.
Who's getting it?
See, and that's the problem of why I need someone to pick up where I lack. If I am short, I need someone taller.
The reason why I ask, because I want to know who's asking for help. Is it like what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to choose someone
Clearly,
who is going to have the same issues that I
guy,
have.
like,
If I'm shy, I need someone outgoing. If I'm small, I need someone bigger. This is what you're supposed to do. I'm trying to find not my equal. I'm trying to find someone who fits my puzzle piece.
CZ is telling the truth. Yeah,
Okay.
this is a guy. You're gonna look at the guy and be like, yeah, can you just get it? I don't care if they climb on the shelf.
Yep.
Like you're
Take the
Spider-Man
cart.
and then try to take...
Wait, no, but we have to ask somebody else to help because he can't get it if he's my height. So I'm going to go to some other tall man, and then he's going to feel away and we're breaking up. And that's why I'm going to...
6-foot guy that
Facts! For facts! What do you mean? I need help and my man can't do it. What do you mean? I'm supposed to not get the jar of pickles?
This is some heightism right here.
This is what I'm
Which is a
telling y'all.
ladies
Don't
thing, by the way.
understand our struggle, okay? You don't understand the small struggle. So I
Like
need
tall
y'all
women,
to keep your mouth shut.
tall women and short.
See, I wouldn't mind a tall gal, but it's like the reverse is...
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean?
A tall woman would have the same feels for you. He has to be a certain height, but it's so interesting that you are of your height, and that is your prerequisite.
Okay, but
and
time out. Time out. Is that what I said?
That is.
Yeah, you kind of
That
said
is
it.
said,
your prerequisite too. So
no, but
really,
my
short
prerequisite
men
is
really
you
don't
can't be
get no
shorter
love.
than me, though. Like, you can't be shorter than me. Look how small I am. How are you going to be shorter than me?
Okay,
No,
but
but-
if you go by that definition, and each girl, every height,
Yeah, that's yeah.
you can't be shorter than me.
Okay, well, y'all messed up because the tall guys be liking
Y'all
the fun
messed up.
size. So
Like,
y'all messed
I'm in
up.
control of my genes.
Y'all messed up.
Is that what they call
Like
fun
I was
size?
beside God and God itself, baking the cauldron, saying, you know
Right?
what? I want to put my legs, this height, and I want to be this height. Yes, it's my fault. Okay.
Wait, okay.
Okay.
I can't Emote
Yes.
said that's a no, def no. I need to know what's a no. Am I wrong? Am I canceled now?
Yo, I got a question.
Like, it's not my fault. They pick me. I don't even be going outside.
No.
It's not me. They did this to me.
You're hermiting, eh?
But back to the thicker question. What is okay? All right, because I guess I'm doing it wrong every time.
What's your thick meter?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh, no? Okay.
Let's not get there. But my
Yeah.
question is, what is the best
He
way?
dated women with stomachs. He dates them all.
what's
Why did you-
What's
your
the
question?
best way of telling someone that they have
getting
a
too
stomach?
Yo,
They're
why'd you
getting
say
too
it
thick.
like that?
Like, how would you say that? Like, how would you say? What's the best way to say, hey, like,
I mean,
to put on more weight?
I
Like,
would-
it's not. Yeah.
I would only say it if the person themselves constantly talks about it.
I learned about
That's
that.
it.
I learned about that.
That
way.
is it.
You have to let them.
Like, they have to be the one to be like, oh my god, my stomach, my stomach, my stomach.
So
And don't get, I don't want to ever get a stomach. And then once they get a stomach, then I'd be like, hey man.
But what if you agree?
You
See,
can't
I'm
agree-
not saying it.
But what if-
What I would do is solutions. If you're complaining about your stomach all the time, be like, hey babe, let's work out. Let's do some sit-ups. Let's eat healthier. Like, I'm not gonna say I agree you have a stomach.
But that's what I'm saying.
You have to-
What
it's a way to say it.
happens? What if I agree and then they're mad because they keep saying their stomach and I'm like, okay, I'm just
I feel
agreeing
like
with you.
I feel like that's bound to
It
happen.
sounds like a trap.
You have to ease
Right?
it
Well,
in.
then that person has some problems. That's it.
That's true. That's true.
That's that.
You have
It.
to handle,
If I turn
like-
around and I'm declaring I don't want a stomach, and then you and I
Agreed.
get a stomach, and then you point out that I have a stomach, and that is something that
But
I've
what
been
if the
asking
person-
for.
or if the person keeps complaining about,
Yeah.
oh, I'm too big, I'm too big, I'm too big, and you say like, okay, yeah, or like, or you agree in some way.
Here's what I learned.
Like, I understand where it shouldn't be a problem, but I just feel like it's gonna be a
Here's what I
problem.
learned.
So I would not agree.
I said, let's do
Or
this together.
I be playing with stomachs sometimes, so they, get the hint. Like,
feel
oh,
like
look
that's
at
the
this.
I was about to
worst.
suggest that. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I actually want to like.
I've
eat
had
you
that done
alive
with me.
if you
This
do that.
one of this guy used to play with my stomach all the time. Like he's like, oh, I like the punch, and I was like, punch.
Punch just
guy
sounds like,
I went right to
grabbed
the
it-
gym. I went
See,
right to
watch,
the
he
gym.
grabbed it
After
like
we
this
broke
and
up,
sounds
I
like something that's not supposed to be there.
Guy
but-
squeeze it
Exactly,
and
right?
pulled
I
it.
mean, he liked it, or so he claimed. Maybe he was doing what I do, and I'd just be like, hey.
Nah, man.
Hey.
I like you.
So.
I would prefer the direct communication. That's what I would.
It just got no.
This is true, right?
It just
Yes.
tickled me.
Honesty is always the best policy. The thing is that
But is there a way to
people
be
think.
honest?
See,
Yes.
no, this is the thing.
Yes,
People
there is.
no. People think that you
Are you laughing?
just because somebody's honest with you means you're not supposed to get a reaction. That's not the case. Like if I say, hey, be honest with me, babe, if you want to break up and date other women, and then one day you come to me and say,
don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Never answer that. Never answer that. But going on with your example.
and then one day your man comes to you and says, babe, there's this girl that I saw and I really want to pursue her, blah, blah, blah. You're being honest, and that's what you should do, but that doesn't mean that Shorty's not going to be mad.
Right.
Don't.
See, but then
Don't
it's
do
like...
that.
But that's the whole thing. Being honest does not create some type of like, oh, you're honest with me, so I'm going to love whatever's coming out of your mouth.
Here's someone I want to fuck. I mean, you're pointing me to someone I want to fuck. I mean, you're telling me I can pursue it? Oh, I'll pursue it. Okay.
I'm talking about. I
was
don't
some
know
real honesty
I don't know
for you.
where this went. I didn't know where this went, but I'm talking about you and your
is a family
significant
show.
other. This is a family show. I didn't say viewer discretion is advised yet. Like I didn't say it's such.
It's in the comments. So if you read it, you already got the contract.
Strict language is advised. Sexual nudity, anyone knows, whatever. But I feel like I honestly like. Yes, I get it. Honesty is the best policy.
Right. They
Yeah.
say it, but it's just it doesn't.
But-
work
It's
out,
true.
bro.
It's always true. Y'all just need to also be grown enough to know that emotions are emotions.
But
Just
is
because
there
you're
a
being
way-
honest doesn't mean I'm gonna like everything you're
But
saying.
is there a way to be honest and still like
Not
save
get a
save
good
their
reaction.
life?
Like save
Yes.
Like so,
it's
not saying
like,
you're big, but saying like
It's as
you
they
might
say.
need new t-shirts.
The way you say it's not how you say it, it's the way you say it, right? You could tell somebody that they're dumb. But no, honestly, you can. You could be like, you're dumb.
Yeah, this pod is crazy.
Or
Or-
say, I think that this subject isn't your best.
There you go. Or it's not your
interest.
strength.
Yeah, this
I
isn't
know.
your strength.
I think
Or you
it's
may need to
different because I get like
improve.
you're one dunce. Like I
Exactly.
didn't get, like
But that's the one side of the honesty and how it's being delivered. And then the other side is like, as was said, maybe it's not your strong point. Maybe we should just direct your attention somewhere else.
She's saying I should use the safe black guy voice. You know what? It is not your strong sense, Maybe you should try other things, and be.
Are you sure the t-shirt didn't shrink? You sure this dress is
See, you're lying because you know she
Yeah,
just
the
got bigger.
shirt did not. Yeah,
Well,
that's a
softening the
lie.
blow- no, Jamie's referring to softening the blow while still being.
But it's not. That's
know
not
what?
being
Don't
honest.
worry.
Now
that
you're
just-
not being on. Y'all
But-
are
but
so.
hold
Why
on,
can't
hold on.
y'all
I'm
get
just,
the
Yeah,
I'm
it's
getting
a
it right.
concept.
I'm just
You're
saying.
not getting it
I'm
right.
just saying what he's saying.
Let's get
Hold
that.
on.
See,
I'm-
right now, you're not getting it right.
Hold on.
So-
Time out.
This is tension.
Okay.
Man. This is crazy.
First off,
I love it.
so
I just.
I'm trying to.
What am I gonna do with y'all?
No, I'm just saying. If you tell
You can
your,
buy me like
your lady,
Yes.
you tell your lady like,
Right.
okay, you see if she's gonna dig
Yes.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and you tell her
Mhm.
like, hey,
Mhm.
you're getting kind of big,
Yes.
like.
So you want to
See-
know how to say that nicely?
See, my thing is this: are
Yeah.
you explaining or you're pointing out because you yourself are having a discomfort with the weight being added, or
Or
are you just
she-
saying it to make her aware that the weight is even being put on?
I'm saying it. Let's say I'm saying it two ways. I'm saying it because it's showing significantly, or I'm saying or I'm saying it because like little by little, left side of Esco and my girl tucking in your belly is starting
Yes.
to play. in
So
the
Okay,
background.
so then-
that's the same thing.
So
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
what's
Gaining
wrong
lots of
with
weight.
turning around and be like, babes, I've noticed that you've been adding a little weight to you. Are you comfortable with,
Shout out Nate.
are you comfortable with the weight that you're putting on?
This guy said gain significant.
That's what I'm saying, and let her tell you
How she feels about it.
exactly. So then you can then
She
respond.
could be comfortable, or she could be like, "Oh no, you're
'Cause then
right.
you
I
turn
didn't
around
really
and you're
notice."
like, oh,
'Cause-
unless again, if you had that relationship and be like, my girl bang up your belly, like, if she is okay with those jokes, then it's like it's fine.
Right, you be telling me I got a double chin a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Damn, I need to start eating some salad."
Whoa, wait, who
Listen
said
to
that?
Me?
Whoa.
This guy really turned around like it wasn't him. Like he was so surprised. Like, yes, you.
Me?
Who else would be saying something like that to me?
said she
Are
was-
you fried?
Dog, you said she had a rooster neck, dog?
I didn't say rooster neck.
Wow.
I
Okay.
didn't say rooster neck.
Okay.
Wait,
I didn't say
Okay.
rooster
No,
neck.
but-
Okay.
Listen, we were just hold on.
No,
I didn't say
that's not
rooster
the
neck.
same
What's up,
thing.
Nate?
See, and that's another way of saying the same thing, guys. That was a prime example.
I want to say rooster neck. And first off,
Double
we were
chin,
going.
rooster neck.
Me and DM.
Actually, it's not the same thing.
Let's just put the
my bad.
Let's
That's
put
not
the
same thing.
conversation in context. Me and DM were discussing how we've just been gaining weight.
False.
And-
That's not how it went. I had a snap up or an Instagram story up, and he was, and like I think I was saying something about how like, damn, like some days I'd be feeling like, oh, shorty, you need to lose this weight, like you're getting a little too thick, like these jeans are filling out a little bit too much, getting a little tight, and the other days it'd be like, damn, shorty, you fine as hell, like what are you talking about?
You're just going
And
through
then
emotion.
so I think I said that in a snap, and he was like, well, I really can't see the weight in your double chin.
Wow.
That doesn't sound like me.
Wow.
That doesn't sound like me.
Who thinks this sounds like James?
Wow.
Woo, I
You're doing
have
the
no
first
idea.
step though. You're admitting you're wrong, and you're going through a channel to see how can I say this better.
I don't think I said it
But
like
the
that.
thing
no.
is like, I didn't feel any type of way because it's James.
Right,
Like, it
and that's the
don't, like, you know what I
relationship
mean?
you
Like, it's been 20 years. I talk about you being pregnant all the time. And
Oh,
it's not
my
an
goodness.
issue. Like,
That is just another
Oh
way
my
of saying
goodness.
that.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of weight added to your stomach. Are you okay with the weight?
but like,
Have you
see,
noticed?
we're not
Calling
in a
a man
relationship
pregnant?
where we need to worry about something. Like, you can be blunt with me and I can be blunt with you and it's not a problem.
It still hurts though. It still hurts.
Okay,
though.
but that's you and your belly, that's not me.
Oh,
it's
my
fair.
goodness.
It's fair. It's all fair game when we talk about our weight. 'Cause
Right.
We both accept the fact that we're
People
gonna
can be
we're gonna
insecure.
get big. We're like, as much as we say that we
Yo,
want,
this is our
every time
motivation,
we're
low-key, like-
every time we talk, I'm just like, yo, I gotta cut this out, dog. My belly.
Right? And then he
dog.
can get the drive-through
My
on the phone
belly,
with
dog.
me.
I'll be like, where are you?
This is why
Yo, I'm
Right,
at McDonald's and the 5. I can get a 5. I gotta be at McDonald's. I
Right,
gotta
we
get a
be
McDonald's
talking
with no
about
pickles,
weight,
dog.
and this guy be like, we be on the phone talking about whatever. All of a sudden, I hear, yep, can I have a number 5 with a large fries? What did we just talk
The
about?
summer
Yeah.
beginning.
But like, I do the same shit.
Dollar
so it's
drink
what us,
days,
like,
man. Dollar drink days, man.
we need the rude comments though to like sort of get us,
No, I don't need
get us
no rude-
refocused.
I don't need no rude
I
comments.
figured it out.
I don't need no rude
This is why in the
comments.
episode when you were
I
doing
don't need
the
no rude
James,
comments.
you need it.
I don't
You
need
need
no
it.
rude
James,
comments.
James,
Let me tell you
James,
something.
I shame you out of the drive-through all the time,
Listen to me.
bro.
You shame me on the drive-through. That's
Yeah.
fine.
What?
Because the drive-through is different. But I can't take a random telling me that my belly's big. I can't do that. My mental's not there yet.
Wait. Is this why in the gift card episode, when we said $100, you immediately said no frills? Then you immediately said you can get muffins with it, you can get donuts with it. I was being
How does this
practical.
relate? What just happened?
Okay, I think
It
he's
relates
talking about, I think
because-
he's talking about the one podcast that I forgot which podcast we were saying, what would you do if you got a $100 gift card? What
And he
type would you
immediately said
get?
no frills.
I said no frills because I thought it was a smart decision.
Right? What's
These
wrong with
niggas,
that?
these niggas said Starbucks, and this guy said,
Starbucks?
girl, what did you say?
I forget what the question was.
I said I was gonna sell it personally.
He said he was gonna sell it and get a Visa gift card with a $100 gift card. Does that make any sense? And this girl said Starbucks, like drinking 2, 3, 4 macchiatos.
I mean, well, when
matchas.
Shorty's built like that, she can eat whatever she wants.
Exactly. I said no frills because you gotta
You threw a
understand
sub?
this. You understand the no
Like,
frills.
yo, man's agreed with you, no frills.
Trust me, no frills is the thing. You know how much-
Pascal's on Eglinton. Pascal, sponsor us.
Listen to me. Like, we have to go to no frills. Like,
But dog.
that $100 is a nice stretch. At $20 is a week of
But
groceries
dog,
sometimes.
you said the donuts immediately though.
Oh no, the
Immediately.
Annette's, bro.
The Annette's.
And the nets.
Aw, man.
Immediately.
See, we just gotta see.
Immediately,
This is
just
this
like-
really helping us? Because if you're going to the no frills, thinking, oh yeah, groceries better than fast food, whatever, but then you're buying donuts.
That's what I thought.
You're buying the
But here's
glazed
the
donuts.
problem.
thought,
But here's the
like-
problem. No frills is systematically doing this.
I already
this
know this
nonsense.
Man said
They're
systematic.
systematically doing these things because
Oh my god.
think
They
about
got
every
the,
no
they
frills
got
you
the
went to.
coupons.
No,
They
hold
got
on.
the coupons.
Think about
Every
no,
weekly Friday deal.
coupons.
Tempt them.
Listen.
Yo,
Wow.
in the summer they be having the dollar.
The dollar days at the
The
no
Tempt them.
$1, $2, $3
And then if
flyers.
Freshco has like the deal, you can take the what's it called, the flyer, and come over to No Frills and be like, hey,
Oh,
hey,
price
Price
check.
match.
Oh, snap.
Price match.
price
Yeah.
match
Price
too.
match.
Everything.
But let me tell you
No
something.
Frills is coming through, man.
But taking the
I
systematic
like to make
thing.
an
See?
announcement.
Systematic.
I
Oh,
don't.
that's messed up.
I don't mess
That's
with
a whole
Freshco like
finesse.
that. I
Yo,
don't-
take that in though. So you can go to No Frills, get the flyers for the $1 deal, whatever,
And then
because you
go
know
to
they're gonna
Fresh-
be out of bear shit basically,
Yeah.
and then go down to Freshco's and then just buy the shit for the $1.
Listen to me. I do that. I do that at Walmart all the time. And that's why I'm blessed when I see Walmart
finesse.
Walmart has the Wi-Fi. Flip app. about to go no
Yo,
frills.
James is the one that told me about that.
Yo, flip hop.
He told me about that.
Going through it.
Oh God, I can't with you, dog.
Flip app. Just go and shout out. You know who you are. Who
Yo,
told me
this
about
man's
us.
doing it like it's like
Yo,
it's money.
and then when you tap it, you clip it, clip. This is from Fresh Coat. This is from thing. You go to the line or self checkout, scan out your sitting them, and be like, You don't even have to say a word. She knows what it is. So he knows what it is. You just go and go.
Wow.
You know, it's $4, $2.99, no frills.
Yo, I love how we're popping
It's
right now.
$6. It's $2.49. And then sometimes they'll be like, that was the fly from last week, but it's still here. So therefore, you should give me how I want it. This is what I said. Sometimes I'll be trying to finesse hard.
Yo, I can't.
You can't argue with me. You're gonna try to argue with me? Yes, it's like the sale starts Friday. It's right here. Don't worry about the date. The sale starts Friday. I'm not coming here tomorrow.
Yeah, like I'm not
taking my money today. Are you taking my money today or not? So you know, simple. But no frills. But I'm not gonna lie, no frills is systematically making me buy those Arent donuts. Cause think about it. Every time you go into I'm telling you, check
Yo,
the peep
everyone
game.
is rolling in the
Peep
comments
game.
right now.
Peep game.
Yo,
Peep game.
Peep game.
Peep game.
Okay, what's
you
that?
go
Alright,
into the no
alright,
frills, right? You get a shopping cart, whatever. You go into the no frills.
Yes.
The first thing you see is vegetables.
Yeah,
What do you see next?
fruits.
Right. As you start going, what do you see next?
Uh,
Bakery.
Bakery. Yeah.
Bakeries.
Bakery.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you see at the gondola end? The
Discretion.
Arent donuts.
The gun, what? What you call it?
The gun,
Repeat it
they
again.
call it a gondola.
A gondola.
A gondola
Listen,
end.
you be shopping way too much in
But I
that
shop
section.
every week. I have it for groceries. But
What
yeah,
I'm confused about is when I'm on the phone with this guy, he be at the drive-through somewhere all the time.
Okay,
The
But
only
he
reason-
grocery shops this much? Like, I'm
I'm not.
confused.
I stopped because
telling
I'm
you
not
gondola
going into the
everything.
system. I
Right?
stopped because
Yo, you're acting like you're going into the bin. Like,
Like-
I'm not gonna go to the system.
the system is my. I'm tired. I'm tired of going.
It's like the grocery marts are finessing you to buy the donuts systematically.
Systematically.
This guy's just
The Arent
systematically.
donuts are the first thing you see on that top, that one shelf full of Arent donuts, Benjamin.
Uh-oh.
No,
And why?
despite the jokes, he has a
They
point.
are
though.
tasty.
He has a
They're
point.
blessed.
They are.
But I mean, just like how the grocery store has cow milk and you drink almond milk, you're gonna go get the almond milk. Like, you can just leave things alone that aren't your business, though.
Get the
Are they making you buy the donuts?
They're
They
making
not.
you buy donuts.
They're
It's a
not.
price
You
you
can
can't
walk
go
by
by.
them
You can't
like
pass-
you walk
Listen to
by
me.
the wheat bread
No.
or the 7 grains. Like,
nah.
do you know
I
how
get
much it would be at Tim Hortons?
Trust me. One donut is $99. 99 cents. Get
Whoa.
6 donuts for $1,
$1?
Benjamin. And they're always
that is
moist.
lit though. Those donuts are the man.
But the
As
joke-
long as you keep the little pan closed, it
That's
stays
the
moist.
great value
After
Krispy Kreme,
each
Benjamin.
each day, because you can't. You know, if you leave it open, you're done for the
It's
day.
dead.
gone.
It's dead.
Wait, what were we talking about?
I remember one
so
time
back to
Jeremiah,
body
my
image,
nephew.
because I was like, wait, what were we talking about?
Also,
body
like,
image.
My
Nah.
nephew left it open this one time, and like the thing is, he didn't leave it open. He left it closed, but it wasn't like, you know how it pinned.
You
The
have to
thing
beat
wasn't
the-
pinned, bro. I went in there and the donut was dry. I was like, it takes this much. Like, you
And-
didn't pin it in, and the thing just like the moisture was sucked
Another
into
systematic thing. Milano's lady fingers at no frills. Bet you when you buy the lady fingers,
I love those.
87 cents.
I haven't had those.
But
in-
they make you eat the whole thing because you can't eat
Wait.
it.
Stuck
Time out.
together.
You can't eat it. Not only
Wait,
because it's
wait,
stuck
wait.
together.
When you put it apart,
When you
wait.
open the air, keep
Wait a
that
minute,
for
wait.
like
Yeah,
a day.
Wait a
It's
minute.
dry up. It
Yeah.
turn tough cookie, Bridget.
Wait a minute.
You-
Wait a minute.
All of a sudden, they're biscottis,
Wait a minute,
bro.
wait.
Biscottis, Bridget.
Clearly, this is why
This guy said
the
the whole
eating
thing.
habits here on the vent. We do not do any dietary
bro,
stuff here.
You want to segue? You want to segue to your list?
Another thing.
Yes,
Another thing.
that is true.
I'm
Like-
eating healthy in certain ways. I sometimes turn away from the Arent cookies.
Yes.
Arent donuts.
You turn away from
But
the.
I go to the farmer's market, which is oatmeal,
Yes,
because I don't eat oatmeal in the morning.
yes.
So I feel like oatmeal cookies is an exception.
What?
That's worse.
What?
They're actually
Yeah, I don't
No,
think so.
far worse.
no.
Oatmeal.
Sugar dog.
Worse.
I put sugar. I have maple and brown sugar oatmeal.
Like
Oh, you're
the
saying
quick rolls.
I
you
thought
mean.
you said the
Yeah.
cookie.
Bro, like the little packets?
Yeah, the quick oats in the morning, but I can't do that much, so I just get oatmeal cookies. Not dad's, like farmer's market.
Nah, man.
Is that
those
okay?
things are- No.
Just eat. No, just make it.
This is no.
just make it
those
plain,
things are
like-
worse. Jeez.
Wait, so the
No
subject was...
Frills has been systematically oppressing us with the Arent cookies and
Listen,
all
were we
here.
just 2 seconds trying to ask for a sponsor, and now we're telling them the systematic?
we were asking for Arent cookies. Sorry?
no
Arent?
sponsor.
No Frills, but it's not no Frills. Sorry, it's Arent's.
A net sponsor, I mean...
I'm rolling.
So all that to say is, you want a girl to accept your size, despite you...
Nah,
okay.
Stop this.
Oh.
Stop
Okay.
this.
Oh.
I'm not telling no girl to accept my size.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
If she has a problem with my belly, which has been told to me various times,
Yes.
Damn, I thought it was
I'm
only me
willing-
telling you about the belly.
Well,
bruh.
clearly he's not learning.
This because I was always skinny back in the day. So when someone sees me and the first thing they say, "Oh, you got big. Oh, your belly."
Wow.
That's the second thing that comes out of your
And the
mouth.
worst thing,
That's the second thing?
Second thing, oh, you're so grown, you're so big too. Oh, you got a
Bruh.
belly.
Oh my god.
And they have the nerve to rub my belly.
Oh.
First off, when you go to a pregnant lady, do you touch their belly? No. Why you gotta touch mine?
Yes,
First of
they
all,
do,
that's
actually.
creepy.
A
That's
lot
creepy.
of strangers
People just
be
round up
touching
and touch
people's
people's
bellies.
bellies?
Yeah,
Don't
that's
do
it.
that, people.
Pregnant women.
I'm getting the feeling,
I've
don't
heard
do that.
pregnant
It's
women
creepy.
Don't like it.
Jeez,
crazy.
ask
But
for
apparently that's a thing. Yes.
ask for permission. Goddamn.
That's wild.
He could touch on another gal's stomach like that. You're not even the baby father
Wow.
or the husband. Sorry.
Yes.
I work very hard for my money, but I'm not gonna lie. As bad as it sounds, as much as I'm saying that I want to eat healthy, my Mandarin crave has not passed me.
Oh, you still
We
want
will,
to
yeah,
Mandarin?
we'll still go
Oh
to
my
Mandarin.
God.
Still done no shake my hand.
wanted to
You
be
ain't
there,
gonna
man.
heal me up like you're not gonna come true to the Mandarin in Brampton, Bridget. The top Mandarin, they got frozen yogurt,
should
so
have
we
a
don't have to
meeting
do
there.
our dairy,
We
Bridget.
should have a meeting there.
You've been pushing
Why
for that
not?
meeting for a while. For
No.
a while.
Yo,
Yo, I think it's been like months. I
I'm
think
not
before I
gonna
went
lie.
to Dubai, he was talking about this. That was
I've been
March.
pushing the media. I've been pushing the meeting with the podcast the whole time for us to go to Mandarin. I think it's need for our communication and help for us to work together. So yes, we will do that, and we'll be more effective and efficient when we go in Mandarin and eat
And have a great
More
diet.
effective and efficient.
and fellowship
Which-
together.
Which reminds us of the next topic, which was about millennials being bad workers.
Are millennials bad workers?
Nah, bro.
I do not agree. I think what it is that I feel like we've become more efficient, and we've also learned to work smarter, not harder. So because we've become more efficient, we aren't doing 25 hours at work when we can push that into 12. And of course those aren't the real ratios or whatever, but
Yeah.
I think that's sort of just what we've learned to do. And also, I mean, we've also realized that I think back in the day maybe the values were different. So you were working hard and doing so much and going above and beyond for your employer, and then not reaping any benefits of that. And us, now that we've seen it and
we peep game like we
we peep the game, and we're just not about that life. We're gonna do what you paid us to do. So you're not paying me overtime hours. As soon as it hits 5 o'clock, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like there's no like
Because I think, I don't know where, ZZ was the person where this whole concept came from.
yeah.
And shout out to ZZ Mills for that. But she was talking in, I guess, from a British perspective. Now, for the Canadian perspective, is it the same?
Yeah.
I would say the forefathers of Canadian history probably benefited a lot more than what is given now.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why we're so tight with time as millennials.
In terms of benefits,
I don't know. I think
you
I
get.
disagree.
Yeah.
But I'm also not thinking about it on a grand scale. I'm more thinking about it what I saw with my parents. Like she was saying, our parents were working really long hours, 2-3 jobs or whatever. We found a way for us to be more to streamline. So I work one job now, but I get paid more, and I don't have to work overtime hours. I don't have to work the weekends, but I'm still getting you know what I mean? I'm getting to live the life that you lived with 2 jobs.
Right.
And doing all this overtime ish and whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it is. I think we've just learned to we learned from those mistakes. You know what I mean? We not saying our parents didn't go to school or whatever, but maybe being immigrants and transferring over, like, you know how, like, all of a sudden your degree isn't seen what it, like,
credible.
you know, it's not
Gotta
comparable,
redo that.
right?
Yeah.
Or
Be
whatever. And,
certified.
like, you know, our parents coming here and having kids or whatever, they didn't have time for that, possibly. Like, some parents did, of course. But, like, you know, so, like, maybe they're, like I said, they're now working 2-3 jobs while we were able to go to school and then get into a career versus getting into a job and then being able to not have to, like, work as hard or struggle as hard because we sort of chose a different path that way.
Right. I think you made a very good point. What's the difference between a job and a career?
Career.
I feel like maybe growth or
I would
growth
say growth.
possibilities.
Yeah.
So
Perks. Parking.
yeah, so
Weekends
as
off.
in,
Yeah, guys said parking.
Also, I also think something.
Parking
A
in
career
the
is
city is
something you
important.
love too.
Yeah.
I think career is something you love,
You enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but at
you're
the same
actual
time, there's
passion.
still potential for you to grow in it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think job sometimes is tie you over. Maybe.
right, or something you might have just
It's
you
just
might
a
just be
paycheck.
there, just right, like something you don't care about and
A
something
little
you're
pocket
just there
money
for
or
a
something.
paycheck,
Money,
you
yeah.
know. Or like also be like like I don't know. I don't really think that all jobs are dead ends per se, but like that could be a thing. Like the whole like there isn't growth in this
Right.
particular area. So you're you're only going to be doing this for either the rest of your life or until you find something better. Like I don't know. That's sort of how I thought of it.
depressing.
Like something you don't care about and something that there isn't too much growth.
In it.
Yeah. Versus something you love and that can like take you farther.
True.
Into what
At least
you
you can
want.
get like houses back in the day. Like their time now,
Yeah.
even with the streamlined like solid 40 hours, that's all I do. You can't even get a good apartment here.
Nah, you're gonna need like
Yeah.
streamline your own business.
Like,
This, that,
you
and the
need,
third.
yeah, you
Like you're gonna need different ways of income.
sugar mama, sugar daddy, you know, like it's crazy
know.
out here, man.
All that stuff. But I don't know. Like
Now we just value our time. Like yo, I put in work sometimes. Like I'll do work, and then you'll watch me go to the gym. You watch me watch a movie after. You like, I try to provide my whole day just doing. Not only I'm not just working all the time. Like
Yeah.
I have time for my hobbies. I have time for my like other stuff I enjoy. Like, right? I'm telling you, as soon as that clock hits, I'm like, I'm out of here.
And that's the
Like,
thing. Some
like,
people like they'll be like, "Oh, why don't you just get a second job? Get like a 2, 3, 4 jobs." I'm like,
Right, like
You're
it's nothing.
so-
you're
But that's
so-
like
like,
how
it's
they
like, yes,
grew up
that's how
type
they
thing.
grew
Like
up.
that's that
Balance.
mentality before
But
is
they're
that
miserable.
you
Is that like a rat race kind of thing though?
I would say so. I don't know.
I think it has to-
because I think it's like because right now a lot of nowadays like we do think about our sanity. So sometimes it's not even like we're lazy because we have like only 40 hours. It's like
Right.
sometimes we're thinking about 40. Like that's why sometimes people don't get their career as fast because they're doing everything to get 40 hours at like the top grade, like the top way. Like I guess.
yeah.
So it's like you don't have to work too hard. Like I guess I would think so.
True.
And also they I think for the majority of the like our parents' age or grandparents' age, they didn't really have hobbies like that. They didn't have stuff to like pass the time. It was always like,
Really? I feel like they had more things to pass the time.
really? I think
do.
because I feel like that's why they can't. Cricket, yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's why like when they retire, they can't just sit down and just.
They have
chill.
to work.
It's like they have to work constantly. They have to.
My grandma to this day, she doesn't have to do anything. All she has to do is probably like, you know, keep an eye on the kids every now and then. They're sort of older now and like way more independent. But she will do laundry. She will clean the kitchen. She will wash dishes. Like, you don't have to. Like, she does not have to. She her whole 86. Like, she
Grandma,
does
give it a
not.
rest.
No
Just
one will.
relax.
Everyone will take care of their own stuff. Like, we're all grown. Like, everyone will take care of their own stuff. But she will make it her duty to be cleaning this and doing laundry here and washing this. Like, I think it's like the mentality of you always have to be doing something productive, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yes.
And like,
Grinding not sit down.
Maybe it's a keep young thing.
And I think that's why it kind of blows people's minds. Like when you're telling like parents and stuff now, like they're like, or the age of an old generation or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. Like, yeah, kids are making 9 million playing Fortnite. They'd be like, what? Like, how?
Yeah, right?
How y'all play Fortnite?
And they'd be mad.
They get mad.
You should just be like, oh, that's great. You're just playing a game and getting to make millions of dollars. They'd be like, no, that's not a viable career. Like, what?
5 million
He's
pound
making
video
millions.
game?
That's funny.
5 million pound video game.
This is facts.
And they really be thinking too, like they have that.
They'll think it to their head. They're
They
like,
think like, yo,
how?
Like,
And
where was this?
they're boggled, mind boggled, because they don't even know how to react to that.
you can say they're perturbed, a little, you know. The mind are frazzled.
But yeah, I don't know about all that.
The laziness, I mean, what do you feel like it's gonna be like in the future for the next generation then?
The way I see it, a lot of
That's-
jobs will be cut out
Yeah,
completely. Like when I go to the movie theater and I only see like one cashier.
dog, yo, it's
Or
Oh,
just
right, because they
tickets.
have those
Everybody's doing
the
those things.
scanning phone things. And
Yeah.
you can just print out your ticket just then and there.
Nowadays they don't
hate
even
the
have those. You could just use
I
your
hate,
cell
I
phone.
hate it. I don't like that.
You could just
Yeah.
use
I
your
like to,
phone.
I like to interact.
Yes,
It's
with
easier,
people.
yes, but like I like to interact. So
Sometimes I don't like the interaction. Sometimes you'll be in a line and someone wants to just tell the cashier their whole life.
Okay, that's
No,
nice, but I still want it.
Like
I don't.
interact-
I don't know. I like to be prepared. I like to, I like to buy my shit online, already choose my seat. Like,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to. Remember back in the day when we used to have to, like, go to the movie theater, like, half hour early?
Yes.
And, like, make sure you got a good seat because, like, it was first come, first. Nope. not
especially
for
in the
me.
rowdy Yorkdale, holy.
And then you have
Not
to be
for
there,
me.
and then they'll tell you, yeah, it's that the back rows are full, or these rows are full. I'm like,
Right? Or people lie and talk
then
about,
you're just-
oh,
and then you're just gonna be
my
sitting
friends
there.
are coming here, da-da-da, and they just want the seat next to them empty. Like,
It's just
You just sit there. Yeah, you have to sit down and think right in front of the cashier, like, so when's the next times?
I'm rolling.
yeah.
It's like 11:40. You're like looking at your budget, like, yo, you want to stay here 11:40?
Yo.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
They'll lock off. They already gate up.
But I like that time. That era of time. It was much slower.
slower as in like just
Like pace wise.
pace wise, okay.
Yeah.
But it's not now.
And I felt like you would
I don't
probably
think
have
people
more
have
time to
the-
prepare.
I don't know. It just didn't work for me. I like it now that I can just go pay for my ticket.
Yeah.
I don't even have to go to the booth. I legit go on my phone and I
Right.
just scan it, doop, and it just go right
Walk
through.
through.
Well, then if that's the case, if we have all these self-service things, are you ready for a career change in technology?
I don't want them to come after my career.
Well,
But-
unfortunately it is.
Yeah, I just hope, like, it's one of those things that, like,
But will you be able to accept that?
I don't think it's gonna get. Like, I think it'll get there that, like, they're gonna.
It's gonna get there. What
I
do you
don't.
say
I
about
just
that?
hope.
mean-
I just hope it doesn't get to the point that, like, we really depend on our technology, even though we really do depend on our technology now. Like, I don't even know people's phone numbers anymore. But
Prime example.
That's a sad fact actually.
That's
but,
a prime example.
I just hope.
I just go name, call, and I'm like,
Listen to me. I used to know everybody's number.
What happens when your phone dies?
oh, don't even,
Listen
oh,
to
don't even
me.
say that.
I remember times that I would
What
be
ya-
like on the
what?
phone or my phone mush up, and it's like, everything is here.
right? Like, when your phone dies,
You feel naked. When your phone mush up, it's just like.
I only know my mom's number by heart. That's it, and that's because she's had the same number since I was like 10. So I
Yeah.
mean, I've known that number my whole life.
Same. And then you're just like.
I barely can remember my number when someone asks me for it, or if I have to put it in an application, I'd be like, damn.
Yo, I
It's
thought I was the
gone.
only one.
Really?
It's gone.
Yeah,
I mix it up all the
remember
time.
numbers
Like,
all the time. Yeah.
I remember numbers that I dial. So like I can vaguely remember James' number because we talk every day, and I can remember my mom's number obviously
Yes.
because like that was since I was 10. But like
Right.
I don't really talk to people that much on the phone like that. So
I'm not loyal. I don't know your numbers.
I don't die.
I only know.
I know 912, and then like
Nigga,
I could
don't
guess.
pull out your. It's
Chill
like
out,
you're saying
chill
my
out,
Dovey.
chill out. I can guess like the last 4 digits, but I have to think like put it in the right order a couple times.
you gotta move your motion with
but-
your hands. You gotta be
Yeah,
like,
but I change numbers really often. So like if you don't remember it, I'm not even mad. Like
More times, like.
Oh,
every year my number's different.
wait,
I know
you're-
beer songs by. I know beer numbers by jingles. That's how bad it is. Like even pizza. I just have to 9, 6, 7.
11.
Like you know how much times I'll be looking. I'm like, yo, what number should I call for pizza? Well, pizza.
Wait,
Right?
change-
That's the
5,
only
6,
one you know.
7.
But also,
11,
like, you just do that
11.
online now. Like, I just order. I could not tell you Domino's number, but I also order that
I
shit
don't know
online.
Domino's, not
Just,
one Domino's.
you know what I mean? I just make it on.
Sometimes I think I'm getting to the point that I don't even remember like my account passwords.
I'm ruling. So okay, with all
I'm
these,
afraid. I'm afraid.
That's
like,
actually
right, with
yeah.
all these
if
examples,
I get
you
locked out,
said,
I'm
right?
done.
Do you think that's the perspective that the older generation is coming from? That's why they feel that this generation is lazier.
Because back in the day I had to remember. I had to write down everyone's phone number.
When the time come, if I went out there, if I were lost, I had to know exactly how to map and geographically
Bible
get
thick
there.
map.
Oh
You
my
know,
God,
when you
remember-
guys go out there,
Do y'all know what a pearly is?
I've heard about this ancient
I'm
artifact.
rolling. Oh,
Yeah, like you said, a thick Bible map, and I was like, yeah, a pearly. That's what
That's what they
I
call
don't
it.
know. That's what my dad called
Pearly,
it.
yep.
But yeah, like right, like it was like that big ass book, and it had like
And
the
you had to,
map
like-
of every neighborhood in there. Like that's crazy.
Do you remember?
All right, we're here, so we gotta
I
just
don't
go
know if
here.
I would know how
and
to
then go
navigate
north,
one of
and
those
then-
nowadays.
But yo,
Do they even sell them?
yo, we
No,
sound
they
like.
still do. They still do.
Do you remember using like a pulse phone? Like instead of putting the phone on tone, you put it on pulse, and when you press it, it goes like you press
Nope,
3,
that
it goes
does not sound familiar to me.
Do you remember?
Oh, yeah,
and do
It
you
sounds
remember-
like AOL broadband though.
Yo,
Like
and do you
Yeah,
remember
that's
using
right.
cordless phones and thinking that was a new generation,
Yo.
and then it cross-faded with other people's cordless phones sometimes?
We had that problem when growing up. We would hear other people's random combos and be like,
We're like,
what?
Yep.
is that
You're
you?
plugging in.
No, that's
No,
what's
but
happening.
like-
Yeah.
That's what they're doing, plugging in.
Here's some wild
But
shit.
okay, the laziness now. How do you think our forefathers are feeling now that you've listed?
I think it's still smarter.
You think we're still smarter?
We're
Even
not
if-
smarter.
If we have our
We
no
might not
device
be
in front of
smarter.
us.
We might not be smarter, but the work is smarter in a way.
And
The
more
Like,
work
it's
efficient.
more-
flow
it's
and work
efficient.
efficiency.
More efficient.
It's more efficient.
I see,
It's gonna
I see.
be a world of peril when when we have no power.
yeah, if we lost the technology, I don't know
If
how
we lost
we would be
power.
able to survive. It would just be difficult for a while. Like I think us being able to adapt would be a slow process. But
I
I,
think we'll
mean,
be
would
good.
it though? Because us, like our generation still, not like, like the 2000 babies that are now 20.
Because we play
But
outside.
us, I
so
feel like we...
This is facts.
No, we can adjust though.
I think that
like-
we did have a period where I think we didn't really grow up with technology all like that
Yeah.
per
Yes.
se. Like remember our computers used to have the big ass back on it, and
Yes.
like
Big
you
backs.
couldn't, like, and our
TVs.
phones only had one game. It was
Yes.
Snake.
One
Like that's
game,
it.
like-
Like we had technology growing up, but it was a little shaky.
And it was
So I
built
think
to
us
last.
reverting back, we could manage.
But you new niggas.
No, we can't revert back. The reason why I say we can't revert back,
Why?
we're gonna go to our phone and we'll be like, it's just only a keypad. How do I text on this?
No, I'm
2222
rolling.
space 555 space or the T9. You remember people know this T9? I didn't even know. Oh no, I don't know the T9.
The QRT, yeah.
No, I think we'll be fine though. Because remember, we grew up with like outside,
Minimal.
and then video games came in. We played it, but we still went outside. Remember, we all used to like go to hang out, play the court, and whatever, right? But like any kid born after 2000,
It's over.
it's over for you, man. I'm sorry, it's over for you.
That's
like,
why I'm trying to learn to do like things.
Right, like kids
like-
nowadays, like my cousins' kids and stuff, they grew up with iPads, cell phones. They know how to do stuff on phones. I don't know how to do stuff
That's
on phones.
crazy.
Sometimes
That's
you
crazy,
can give
man.
a kid the phone and they know how to get to YouTube.
That's
Yes.
that's
Like, they don't
shocking.
even know
Right, they know how to
read,
search their
but they
ish.
know how
Like
to
they
get to-
know.
They can just
Yes.
and, like,
Hide
how
the
do you
app.
know?
They will find it.
Yes.
Kids are
It's
amazing
just
sometimes.
motion.
But let them try to plant something outside in the field.
Yo,
Like,
what is gardening?
vegetation.
So who is to blame
Yo.
about this now? About the laziness that this generation is so having or
Weak ass parents. Oh, it's,
But is it lazy? I think it's just
Weak
different.
I
think
don't think it's just a part of life now. Like, I don't want to drive, so there's Uber Eats. I don't want to, like, it's just like everything that you don't want to do, now there's something for it.
But isn't that what laziness is?
Yes?
no, technology
So
advances
bad.
and then laziness increases. It's
Right.
always been that way.
So is that something that we'd want?
Like I don't want to go to No Frills. I can have someone shop No Frills for me and then bring it to me.
Why would I want to go on
Why would I
Eglinton
do
No
that?
Frills when you always, people like myself are fighting over price matches?
Because
Oh.
because I don't want that for my own value in this society. How about that?
But maybe that's the whole thing about how you said that we value our time more.
I don't fucking
right?
I don't think
So
we
as in,
value
like-
our time more.
Well, yeah, the words were a little shaky, but as in,
Yeah.
so instead of me going out and going grocery shopping and then driving home and putting those away, blah, 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 and I can now get it delivered to my front door, right? That's opening up my time to do other things,
Right.
right? So I don't necessarily see it as laziness. I see it as like us having technology be more convenient for us
Yeah.
and then allowing us to do other stuff. So instead of me having to, like, for instance, maybe back in the day, like, our parents would take 3 extra hours coming home because they had to go do grocery shopping. Then they had to maybe, like, pick up something for us to eat. Or you having to go outside to go do your laundry. Like, now you can drop your laundry off, have someone fold it up, all of that ish, and literally just come and pick it up. Right? That opens up more time for us to do other ish.
Them laundromats, yo.
So then
Right.
who's doing those jobs? And then 2, how much of that does that cost? That lifestyle.
That's
It
the problem for me.
It definitely increases.
Because these Uber Eats,
Yeah.
So
That's why I don't touch Uber Eats like that.
That's
I be
Delivery-
deleting the app to try to
I
deter me, and then I
touched
just
Uber Eats.
down.
And
it.
I just knew I was sucked in. I bought 20, like,
No,
I
you use
wa-
Uber Eats, you drive.
I exactly. But here's how lazy I am though. Here's my lazy. This is where my laziness kicks
That's
in.
crazy, man.
I wanted some wings. Let's say I want to buy wings.
right.
Okay.
I just got home. I'm tired. I don't want to wait at Wow Wings for them to make my order
Facts.
and take out. Especially when I parked my car and I've parked my car in the garage and then there's 2 other cars. I have to move out.
Just
And
to get
then
the
See,
deal.
and
just
this
to
is the
get
thing,
to
we're
my
paying
car.
for the convenience.
But sometimes it's not even worth it though. Like, and I know this, but I just do it anyway. I do it anyway, which is bad. And
Wait, do you tip them though, or is it included in
I
the?
have to tip.
No.
I tip. I
You
fling.
have to tip. Tip
Sometimes.
is added, sorry.
Is it
Tip's
added
added.
already, or you added?
You have to add it in.
You have to
Yeah,
add
no,
it.
no, no. I know. I added in. I
Okay.
added in.
What I'm confused about is Uber Eats started having, like, they don't have a delivery fee for some things that are really, really close to you, right? So how
are
do
they
the
getting paid?
people getting exactly?
How are they getting paid?
I thought the delivery fee went to them. So if
That's
there's no
right.
delivery fee, how are they getting
I
paid?
think they get a. I hope they get a minimum wage.
They're probably
And then
So-
they just.
Uber is probably on some gang-ish. They're
Or
probably just like, listen.
or
these guys are
they're
close to
really
not paying
doing
the
how
bill.
capitalism should really be.
Oh Lord. I don't know what you're doing.
What do you mean? I'm just looking at it in the economy rate, right? Because that's how she was looking at it. This is a millennial thing. This is an economy thing. Like, oh, the next generation taking on the way that the world's going to be. It's like, you guys are lazy. These guys are like, okay, when the time comes and I'm sick, are you going to take care of me? Like, that's what I'm looking at it as. Like, my 4 parents are looking at me like, what do you have in place to take care of my ass?
You should have a pension so we can pay for your house. Like
If it was available.
I mean, what do you call it?
Damn.
Your
We say
Where
like
do,
that.
where do we put all the old people when we don't want them anymore?
Oh my
Oh.
I think
Where
so.
we
Well,
put
they're
them?
retiring home.
Yeah, like, do you have your pension so that can be paid for?
AKA
Right.
the
But
fast
if
track to
we're
graveyard.
not contributing to it
Why did this?
today,
Did you listen? Continue.
then they can't have it tomorrow. Because
Ever-
we contribute to their pension plan too.
Okay, but so do they. So are they contributing to their retirement? Okay, maybe not. Let's not call it a pension plan. What about them personally and their retirement plan? They don't got that happening? Because
If they can.
If
I'm
less-
20
they got
something
it.
and my
But think of
retirement plan is being thought of as at this moment. Like, sis,
But
y'all
that's
not
real
catching me slipping.
What?
But that's
Right.
what I'm trying to say. Like, if that was all those jobs that had attached pensions, right? How many of those exist now? These careers,
That is a fair point.
they've decreased.
They could use like less manpower. This year,
Exactly.
manpower.
So less of these people contributing to the economy and these pensions. Because these pensions got to get paid out somehow. They're not given to them just from that generation's input, but it's also a collective input from the younger people too, upwards.
Wait, the states they call it 401k is a similar.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which can be. They could straight up be like, not enough people are contributing. You don't have a 401k.
I don't know. I really don't have a clue.
So, battle of the generations.
I mean, even besides that, I hope people got retirement plans.
Yeah, please,
like
get your
your own
retirement plan.
retirement plan. For
Please.
How do you get one?
Please get some retirement. We gotta
How do you get a pension plan?
No,
Please.
retirement.
Well, how do you get a retirement plan?
With
saving some money
You-
and putting it in a sentence.
yeah,
Really?
your retirement plan. Yeah.
Even life insurance, like
What are they called? RESPs or something?
RSVP.
no.
What?
Reserve-
No, I've never heard of that one, so I feel like that one's off.
RESPs or something.
Yeah, right? Like,
Something like that.
Hold on, we're gonna get this. Hold on.
Let's
I'm gonna
find that
look
shit
it up.
budget.
Let's
Google
look it
it,
up. Yeah,
Google
we're gonna look at the Google.
It's like R. Yeah.
RRSP. Thank you,
RRSP.
fellow follower.
Yeah, man. So
Shout out to you.
okay, so
So how do you get a RSP now?
just apply for it?
You
apply for it, yeah.
It's like a bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That you can't
Yeah.
touch.
Just that easy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
No,
How
I'm
old do you
okay.
have to be to get it?
I don't think there's an age. You just get it.
I got it.
Is
I got mine when I was like 16, I think.
Good for you.
Big up yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, the younger the better. Good for you.
And I think it's best to get a life insurance as well.
I have to get on that too. Yeah.
I got one.
I think I had one with my bank.
And like accidental. What is it?
I think I have an accidental
have it.
death insurance. I don't think I have a life insurance plan. I think this is personal stuff. We're
Yeah,
talking
let's
about
not
here.
go
Let's
before they try to off us
That
and
is
try
so
to
young.
go on our thing.
You can contribute all until you get to the age of 71, guys.
I don't plan to work when I'm 71.
right? Like that's the whole point of why I started now. Like,
I don't plan to.
oh hell no.
You want to be 6 months here and then 6 months in Jamaica? Like,
Listen to me.
I'm trying to.
This is
Jamaica.
I
Well,
want
it
to
was
be in
Tokyo,
my,
but
Hold on,
I
okay.
want to be in
hold
my
on.
tropical cottage
on,
house.
hold
in
on.
Jamaica.
Tio, mind you,
Okay.
are you also taking into account inflation?
I mean, we take it in, but we don't take it in.
We don't really take it in.
These young people with these Uber Eats, right? That whole meal, which is $13, when you Uber Eats it, is now $20.
The funny thing is,
A full
you can make
20.
money back, but you can't make back time.
You facts.
You're
you
so
facts.
dumb.
But
Look at you trying to be slick and philosophical.
Okay.
You
that
can't.
100,000 today might just only be 50 when you're 71.
Like I said, you can make money back, but you can't make back time. Guys, you can make whatever you want to make. And be whatever you want to be.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, in this world that we live in.
Ugh.
But anyway,
Oh
Talk-
wow, we understood that jab. Okay.
I'm joking.
Don't get us canceled.
I'm
I
joking.
said unfortunately.
I'm joking, guys.
Wow.
I'm joking. I, Jay Hunterfield, apologize.
To all communities that.
I wouldn't even say communities. I just apologize for what I've said. But
Since today's a snacky day,
not even a snacky day.
Like,
There's a lot of lists going on. Let's just say that
a lot of lists.
going on, and there was a top 50 list that had like Joe Budden as number 3.
Which he's not number 3, by the way.
So
Sorry.
of
but-
top 50 rap list.
Wow, Joe, he's sorry.
And there's a top 50 list that had
I mean,
these.
he loves you.
No, first off, there's a podcast that actually did the top 50 list, but they didn't like watermark their stuff, so everybody's like using that
shoot.
list, which kind of
Oh yeah.
Which
Wait,
kind
the
of-
one with
Damn,
Joe
that's-
Budden being third, right? The
Yes.
original.
Importance, watermark your shit.
So shout out to the person that podcast that
created
did it. I don't know what they are, but they did it, and then a lot of people started doing lists.
Yeah.
It was funny because like they did like outfits,
Yeah.
and there was like Gucci, Louis, and then Joe Budden. That's top 3. Like they put it like Joe Budden randomly in number 3 for like weird stuff, which is why it's hilarious. But it'll be
I
a
wonder
while.
if it's based on net worth.
No, like lyrics, albums, whatever. Impact.
How many classics?
Did
I
they
have?
come out with theirs? I remember like
Everybody-
Ebro, I think, came out with his list of why and like the credentials behind it. But I never heard of the original list. And
I think
like
I just
why,
saw-
how, like how they place people, because that would be
Yeah.
interesting. Because what would make Joe Budden third?
Third, yeah.
I think they're just doing it for clout. Like
Which
a
is
clout-
smart,
it's
'cause-
a clout
Oh,
hit,
like they
because now they're-
like to sensationalize.
Yeah.
Boom, Joe Budden's third.
like
Oh goodness gracious!
like for me off the rip, if it was rappers, like no particular order because I can't really put an order right now. That's gonna take too much time. Tupac, Big. Funny thing is I can't say Nas because I didn't listen to Nas like that.
Oh,
So Tupac, Big.
I'll put Nas in. That's 3 for me.
Tupac, Big, Jay-Z,
You have to say Jay-Z.
M, Fifth,
Who was M? M was fifth?
Eminem, Fifth,
No, like 50 Cent. Yeah.
Fifth,
Many men
Wayne,
wish death upon me.
Luda,
Ludacris, okay.
and the three it'd either be between Drake, Cole, Kendrick, but that's a wild card, and then it'll go down from there. But I can't even pick things. But do you guys have a little top 10 by no? Because
It's the same as you, except I wouldn't put M, and I wouldn't put Kendrick until he puts another album out. Then I'll put him in there. Cause like it's too early for like the young guys. Like I just
I
want,
think so.
yeah. Cole, Kendrick, and no,
Drake?
Drake has like 8 albums right now.
I don't know how much albums. That guy has albums.
But a similar list. It's just I'll take M out and put him with like Ice Cube. Ice Cube doesn't get respect that he deserves.
I don't know.
Probably has the most
that's
classics out of like all that list.
But let's like flip
true.
the list a little bit and let's do like
Yo.
just a little process. Like
You know,
we'll
when
take
you-
our time.
When you bun a ting and you know.
I'm not talking about.
Oh.
Well, it's legal.
It's,
But
no, yeah. What am I saying? Yeah.
but
So you
like-
bun a ting.
he has
And-
one here which is called the top 20 candy bars.
Woo.
Okay.
Who was? Where did
He-
this come from?
This is one he made, and he just put it
Okay.
here. And his top 20.
No order.
If it was an order, I completely disagree with you right now. That's why I'm not even gonna lie, because there's a couple people that are not on this thing. This is ridiculous.
I guess it
One
comes
of
out.
the viewers said Andre 3000. Do you think
Shit,
he
you see,
deserves
this
to be
one-
top 10?
Yeah.
Andre 3000 is top 10 rapper?
Okay, then.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Outkast or Andre 3000.
But yeah, I would put Outkast. I wouldn't put just
They would have to
Andre.
go after. They have to go before Drake, Cole, and Kendrick.
So you're putting 3000 and Big Boy, because there's no groups really. It's just a single.
Oh yeah.
Because Big Boy's nice
I'll
too.
do Outkast. Just Outkast.
I would do Outkast.
before
group.
Drake,
Excuse me.
Cole, Kendrick.
Yeah. See, that's why it's a hard.
This is a stressful thing, and this is stressful because, and that's the thing about these lists. If you watch like people put up the list, like, you didn't put this person, you didn't put that person.
Hey, that's
And
what
it's
I'm
like-
feeling. That's what I'm feeling.
So
you could do your own list.
That's why this list is trash.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Because
shit.
there's one. Okay, this guy's list.
What is this list of candy
This is
bars?
his candy
Just
bar list.
Rifle them.
He has Twix, Snickers, Score, Mr. Crunch, Reese's Pieces, Kit Kat, Milky Way, Boy of Ruth, Butterfingers, Toblerone, Hershey's, Dark Milk, and Cookies and Cream, Musketeer, Crunch, M&M, Mr. Big, Care Milk, O. Henry, Payday, Coffee Kiss, Arrow. Why is it just Reese there?
I agree.
Reese's Buttercups.
No Reese's Pieces. That's what I mean.
First
Yeah.
of all, Baby Ruth and
Baby Ruth?
Musketeer isn't the same thing?
No, they're not.
Actually, no, they're not.
Musketeer
One
is
has,
just chocolate.
one has nougat and one doesn't.
Nougat. That's the word.
Yeah.
And
It looks
one-
the same wrapper. It has the same wrapper.
Musketeer doesn't have. It's not nougat and chocolate.
No, it's just straight chocolate.
And one has
It's like a
peanuts.
fluffy chocolate.
False.
No, Musketeer is fluffy. It's like a fluffy chocolate. Baby, they have the same wrapper.
Mm-hmm. Silver and red
I
and.
don't know. They be tasting the same to me.
I don't know.
Just like all nougat and then that thin chocolate layer over
It has
no?
a thin layer, but it's like
one
inside.
of them
It's
has peanuts in it.
like yeah.
I think Babe Ruth does.
Musketeer.
Oh, Baby Ruth
It does
has
actually.
peanuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Musketeer
okay,
doesn't
yeah.
have it.
Musketeers doesn't. It's just nougat. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. I'll just knock these down. So Twix.
Damn, homie said no bounty.
Yo, put a
No,
bounty,
no,
Put a
no.
bounty,
Okay, first of
Bridget.
all, being Jamaican, I don't know how you can say
I
no to
don't
coconut.
like
Stop
the
this.
only-
Stop
no
this.
coconut.
That's
I don't like
false.
it. I hate
That's
bounty.
false. Put a
I'm-
bounty in there.
I am
Facts.
Canadian.
Facts. I'm with guy.
I am a
I'm
Canadian.
with guy.
I am a Canadian citizen.
Now you're a Canadian citizen.
I'm Canadian. I'm not Jamaican.
Wow.
I hate coconut stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, whoa.
No, I don't like coconut stuff.
I don't like coconuts like that either. And chocolate too mixed together. Nah.
I don't like coconut like drops. All them sitting leave. That's sure coconut for me.
Oh wow.
Cancel me if you want. I don't like
Okay,
coconuts.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Yeah. I haven't tried something good, a
With
good coconut
coconut?
flavored thing in a while. Like, I don't know what coconut tastes like.
You need to try it.
Like, sometimes it's in my rice and peas, and I don't notice. If I taste it,
Wait,
I might
you
just
got
be
to
like,
notice that. What do you mean?
Nah.
The man clearly just said sometimes it's in my rice and peas.
Like, yeah, like sometimes.
First of all, probably all the time.
Like,
Rice and peas, but okay.
But I just don't like.
Coconut shrimp?
Mm-mm.
You don't like coconut shrimp?
No.
I'm not.
I like
I'm not.
coconut.
I'm more of like
I've never seen in the 20 years, and I don't know, dog.
I'm more of like a regular
How you
shrimp.
feel, right?
You question our
coconut?
loyalty because I don't like coconuts.
Yo, coconut is
Or like
my
a chili
life.
shrimp.
Trump supporter.
You know
Oh,
what?
whoa.
Wow!
Whoa.
Wow! Wow!
Right there with Trump right now,
Trump
dog.
supporter because I don't like the wife stuff in a coconut. I don't like coconut.
You have coconut milk? Have you ever had coconut water?
I don't like coconut water.
You don't like
I
the
drink it,
Oh
but
my
but
God.
the only reason I drink coconut water is just to be healthy.
Whoa!
I don't-
chug that.
I don't mess
I
with
don't
that
like the
either.
pulp. I don't like anything in it. I just
The
chug that.
pulp,
because
yeah, I
like the-
don't.
I don't like the jelly
Nah.
or anything. I just drink it for it to just
Nah.
potassium. Sure.
A person who went to
Right.
high school, by the way, drank that all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Fast! You agree to this?
Yeah, like who?
Yes,
drinks coconut
you guys
water?
are weird. You guys are weird. This is weird. This is really odd
Coconut
shit.
water?
Why am I sitting in the middle of y'all? I feel like I'm like getting dirty. Like, what is going on?
Because we
Nah, not
don't.
really a
I
fan.
don't like coconut.
Yes! What do you think we're talking about? Yes, you're a weirdo. This is weird.
First off, we're talking about candy bars. We're
This
talking
is
about.
weird.
We're talking about coconuts.
Like, what is going on?
All I said was Bona Bounty. The only bounty I commend is Bounty Killer.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yellow.
Wow.
That's the only bounty.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, now why is the list whack? Like,
Reese's, I feel like should be at the top.
Anything that comes out of your mouth is just irrelevant. Like, it's
Reese's.
just, none of this
Listen to me.
matters. None of this.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I can't get in the car with you
Listen
after
to me.
this. Like, this
That's
is
it.
weird.
Listen to me. Reese's, I feel like should be at the top.
like one.
One.
See, I told you. Remember, we had that off-camera conversation. I said that. I'm like, Reese's would be always considered number one to majority. It's for whatever
No
reason.
debating.
I think it's disgusting.
I agree. I don't like peanut butter and
Disgusting.
stuff.
I like it, but
Yes.
Twix is my
Yeah,
thing.
you heard me. Disgusting.
Yep.
Chocolate and
Reese's.
peanut butter.
Nasty.
Yeah, facts. Gross.
Nasty.
Cut it out.
Ew.
Are you kidding me?
How are you gonna have the,
I don't even know
the
any of y'all.
texture?
Okay.
No.
Butterfinger. Toblerone. I mean,
I've had it in a while.
I don't like that texture. I'm not with it. And it seems like a Christmas thing. I swear I only be seeing that around Christmas. Like,
Yo.
y'all seeing
Nah,
any
nah,
regular
nah.
people on
Yo.
a Tuesday in March getting a Toblerone?
I
Like,
forgot
no.
one. I forgot a important one.
Turtles. Is
I
a
forgot
Christmas.
that, and I forgot Ferrero Rocher.
Turtles?
I totally forgot both those
That's
two.
not a
Okay,
candy-
can we
that's
not
not a-
talk about nuts? I hate nuts and chocolate.
That's
That's
not-
already over for me.
That's not a
Turtles.
candy bar.
You don't like turtles?
No.
What?
Especially weird nuts. Like I can sort of do peanuts now. Like I can handle an O. Henry, but like
Pecans are-
pecans and walnuts, like no. Like what?
What?
What is a weird nut?
Anything that's not a peanut. That's the regular
Almond?
norm nut, like
What
that
about
you be
almonds?
seeing in chocolates and shit.
Chocolate covered almonds? You can't do a chocolate covered almonds?
You can't do it. Those are good. The one that the
I
kids
mean,
be
it's
selling.
doable, but
the
like
kids
I
be
said,
really pocketing
the
the
more
money?
exotic nuts, like walnuts,
Yo, I'm not even lying. I was a
pecans,
fun
I'm
messer.
not messing with those in the
Listen to me.
chocolate.
I pocket beer, chocolate covered almond money.
You saw the chocolate? Don't say it on camera.
But it's not. It wasn't my fault though. It wasn't my fault. I never off, and then
Oh, so you're responsible for it.
I was responsible.
This guy.
But at the same time, I did like no.
Oh, wow.
Yes, caramel. What about Mars bar? Is Mars bar on the list?
Hell no.
Mars bar.
Wow.
But caramel milk's on the list. But
Like-
I don't trust
Wow.
caramel milk anymore.
Wow.
I don't
Wow.
trust caramel
Like,
because I
yeah.
heard
Wow.
caramel. I heard
Wow.
caramel don't melt. I heard it doesn't melt anymore.
Oh, anymore.
Like
You're saying
before,
we got plastic chocolate like the
No.
plastic rice?
I was
Listen, I'm not.
Watch.
even-
Oh,
I was hearing caramel.
watch out for
doesn't-
that. The plastic rice. Watch
I
out for
was
that
hearing
shit.
caramel
Plastic
doesn't
rice.
melt. They
You-
put something
you
in
need to
caramel
watch
that it doesn't melt
everything
no
we
more.
have.
No, everything but that in particular. Like,
The rice
no,
is
there's nothing
in the thing to
right,
be.
they have
it's the
plastic lettuce.
the spinach, the broccoli.
I don't think
Wow.
that'll get
Yep.
cleared
What?
up.
The
I don't think that gets
mushrooms?
cleared up here. That's in
Oh,
like
gee.
countries.
No, sir, it was here
We
in Canada.
import all our
Here
shit.
in
so
Canada, there was a
it's coming
woman
from
who did
wherever.
it. She had it in her sink, and she was like, "I just came from shopping at the market." wash your stuff. And yo,
listen to me.
Why
Let me tell you
is
something. The day I get plastic rice, I'm gonna be okay. I can't say that.
You're gonna
term.
be constipated sitting
No,
on the
not
toilet.
even.
That's
No.
what's gonna
Let me
happen.
tell you
Yo,
something.
Jordy said to do a test on the next podcast where we test melting the caramel. I'm
Yes!
with it. I'm
Okay.
with it.
I'm so
Guys,
with it.
we should test a bunch of this shit. The lettuce, the rice, the caramel.
Holy shit.
We gotta test it all.
We're
The
with it. Let me
broccoli,
tell you something.
we
Let me
might
tell you
as well.
We're with it. We're
Let
with
me
it.
tell
We're
you
with it.
something.
Yes, we are.
We're with it. I don't know
We're
if
with
they
it.
can
I'm gonna
see.
tell
We're
you
with
this
it.
off rip.
We're with it.
I'm gonna tell you this off this. If I go and I ever get plastic rice in a store, Benjamin, I am gonna go into the store with a knife.
Oh, okay.
stand-
Whoa,
hold on.
whoa.
Let me-
Time out. You know, these are sensitive times. This is not the one. They just had that Walmart shooting. You're tripping. You're tripping. Let's just, nope. We're
Okay,
not doing
alright,
it.
Sorry. I'm
Not
gonna.
doing it. No,
I'm
no,
gonna run up in
no,
the-
nope, you can't run
Just
out.
okay. Just back.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
Back to
going
the
to. I am
Gonna get us
going-
deleted
time
off
out.
Instagram.
Hold on. This is what I'm going to do. Can I
No.
just? Can I just say this?
No.
Am I allowed to?
Probably not. I
I'm
don't know
just
what
gonna
you're
say
about to
this.
say, but
If someone comes and gives me a plastic rice,
Right.
sitting,
Okay.
and I like realize the plastic rice, I'm gonna go into the store, and
return it like you should as a good citizen, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Return it.
yes, but if they tell me, which has been happening, that it's been open so you can't return it, the pen that I'm supposed to use to sign when you return things,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna go into that rice aisle. You see, and when I go into that rice aisle, when I say stab me, stab man, yeah, that's me, all up on all those plastic rice bags. Like I will stab the rice bags.
I'm gonna do my safe black guy voice. I think I advise you to not do that
because you are poisoning,
especially we put
the
this on the
community
public.
systematically
Back to the
Wait.
system.
and scientifically this time.
Yo, what is that with
Giving
that word?
people plastic.
Systematically.
Plastic rice. How dare you? The nerve of you guys serving plastic rice. This is getting like
It's serious.
you're not even at this stab. You're
You can't even
catching
digest that, B.
like this.
It just comes
Like,
straight out.
You're
What
catching the
nutrients,
carbs,
B?
Benjamin.
So how about this? How about we post that list on Instagram and see how the people feel about the
Well,
list?
yeah.
I'm not putting my name on this list. I'm not putting my name on this
Yo,
list.
Mars bar is my #1 chocolate. It's not on the list. I do not respect it.
So let's see. Let's get a vote.
Okay, let's
from
go through
everybody.
this. Let's go through this. Twix, is this in your top 10?
Yes.
Yes.
Steph.
Yes. Wait, that's what? Yo, who are you, dog?
Twix is in your top 10?
Yes.
Two
Yes.
little bars? They're two little so bars?
This
Yeah,
guy
but
over
they
here.
taste amazing.
It tastes
Okay,
amazing,
but-
yeah.
Listen, anyway, Snickers.
Yes, top 10
No.
for me.
I don't want to be in my top 10. Score.
No.
Acquired
Nah.
taste.
Not at all. I've never
Score.
seen anyone buy
I
a
buy
score bar
scores.
in their
Hold
life.
on. I buy scores, but I don't like it because I don't get enough. You're just getting a little toffee. That's
Like
it.
it's like a
It's thin. Like it's not.
I don't think I've ever tried a score bar. I've tried score in things, but not an actual chocolate bar.
Yeah.
what do they call that term?
I'd rather have score in things than buy the
You're
bar
close to
itself.
top 10, but you're not. What is that? Like the 6 man? That's a 6 man.
Yeah, like score is disrespect
Runnings in the
sometimes.
middle. Yeah.
Score is nice, but
Crunch?
it's disrespect.
Mr. Crunch. Yeah.
Alright, next one.
Mr. Crunch.
That's
In top
Mr.
10?
Crunch, I like Mr. Crunch.
not top 10. No.
I would put it in my top.
No.
Oh, y'all wildin'.
Reese's Pieces
Reese's
is top
Pieces
10.
is top 10.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
You're absolutely wrong.
That thing needs to be like taken off this earth.
What?
I agree.
Are you
It's
guys
so
allergic to
trash.
it?
No.
So you,
They used to call me Reese's
Even
Pieces
more
in
reason.
school growing up.
No.
I didn't even like peanut butter. I hated that shit too. Oh, don't even get me started.
girl got mad. This guy said, "Oh, Kit Kat."
Yes.
Yes.
Top 10, yeah.
I
Especially
feel
if
like
it's
they
the white
changed
one.
the chocolate now.
The white
I'm
one,
not.
yeah.
It's not as good. But back in the day, yes.
I think they changed.
I
okay.
think they changed it too.
Milky Way. Milky Way's lit. I take Milky Way
It
over
is
Mars.
good, but I barely be ever seeing that.
Yeah, I
I
take
don't
Milky Way
know.
over
I'm
Mars.
gonna say nah.
But I think it's the simple fact because I don't get it that much. I think maybe that's why I like it.
A rarity.
Babe Ruth, yep.
Nope.
Babe Ruth is top 10.
Nope.
Ew to the white. No, Babe Ruth. No.
No Babe Ruth?
No.
Del Pesh, Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth is not. Babe Ruth is nice, but it's like top 10.
Butterfinger.
I'll hold it for 10 for now. I'll hold it for 10 for now. I'll hold it for-
Butterfinger.
I've never had one of those.
Butterfinger top 10. For me.
I used to in
Top
Halloween.
10, yeah.
That's getting thrown to my brother. I don't know what that is.
Top 10. Butterfingers, yeah.
Toblerone.
I used to like them, but like I said, I only be seeing that around Christmas. So.
Nah, I'm good on that. Toblerone, I'm good.
Toblerone, I
On that.
think it's a waste of money.
Ooh,
Hershey-
Hershey's, boom, top 10.
Wait,
Top 10.
Dark mint.
No.
Hershey's cookies and
Hershey's
cream.
cookies
Mint
and
cookies and
cream.
cream.
Top 10.
And the newest one, the gold one.
I haven't tried the
Ooh,
gold
the
one.
gold one with the pretzels.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the
The
pretz.
gold with the Oh no.
Okay, Musketeer.
Musketeer, nah.
Nah. Wait, what's Mr. Crunch and then Crunch?
It's the same one. This guy put two.
You
No,
trying to be
crunch like
sneaky.
the blue one. Or is it the same
Oh,
thing?
right, the flat
The
blue
what?
one.
Which one?
Oh.
But which one's Mr. Crunch?
What is?
I remember
Mr.
it being in
Crunch
a
is
yellow.
It's a yellow. It looks
It's
like
yellow,
an
yeah.
O. Henry, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
You mean crunchy?
Unless they change.
Oh, that's
shit.
what it is,
Yeah,
crunchy.
it's
Sponge
crunchy.
toffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like both. But like
Damn,
crunchy.
do they still make
crunchy,
crunch?
I'm
I don't think they
They
make that
do.
They
anymore.
make some,
They
still
do?
but it's rare.
wow.
Like
It's
they
rare.
have like the white chocolate one too.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I don't know. I won't take a risk on that one.
Anyway, I don't know. Top 10. I'm not gonna say a top 10 on
Now
that.
M&M's yellow pack, top 10. Sorry, I had to
You
slap
say
it.
yellow pack?
Yellow pack.
No,
What the
brown
hell?
pack
Top
for
10.
me.
Pass me the
Brown
SD.
pack for me.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going with the yellow. The yellow is the one with the peanuts, right?
Yellow pack, man.
Yeah, I prefer the peanuts one.
Yeah.
Even though it's crazy because I used to suck off the peanuts and then throw the peanuts out.
Kinky. Okay.
Miss. Oh, I hate that this had to be the next one, Mr. Big.
Oh, I used to love these
I like
as a
Mr.
kid.
Big.
I hated them.
Do
What
they
the
still
hell's
make
going
these too? I
Yeah.
don't- Oh, okay.
I hated these ones.
Damn, I need to go trick or treating. That's the only time I see half of this shit.
I have no picnic for can someone can we maybe borrow their picnic for trick or
See,
treat?
if only you were short, but
Oh,
you
that was a
wanted to be
struggle.
6 feet.
I'm rolling.
You could
See,
still go
this
trick or
is the
treating.
one advantage that I have.
You could still go trick or treating and get away with it.
All she has to do is wear a costume.
Wear a mask and a costume.
Yeah.
That's really it. Yeah.
Shorty, these kids nowadays be looking older than me. I got a baby face. I'll be fine.
Facts.
There you go.
Facts.
Well, caramel, caramel.
Woo! Top 10, top 10, top 10.
Nah, man.
Caramel?
Nah.
Ooh.
Nah.
Used
Oh,
to be my
Henry.
fave. I would say O. Henry's in my top 10 now.
No.
Top 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's a payday?
Payday's I think it has something to do with nuts. It's more like an American brand.
That was like a
I
card
think
game.
it is. Yeah.
Sound like a card game. Still.
Right? Like, it sounds like a game I used to play as a kid.
Coffee crisp.
Oh,
Ooh,
top 10.
that's top 10.
Top 10.
Arrow.
Bonnet arrow.
10?
No,
Woo!
I don't like arrow, man.
Top 10.
Arrow
I
is
love
the
that
one
chocolate.
arrow
bubbles?
with the
Yes.
weird
Yeah, you
bubble.
guys are
And
lying.
they got the mint ones. Y'all
Actually,
know
there's no
mint.
bubbles
Any
in the arrow,
mint
guy.
shit
Like that.
is my shit. Anything with some mint in it. Mint chocolate chip. Mint.
I hate mint
I
chocolate.
hate mint anything. Any
Hate it.
mint
Oh.
infused anything. I don't
What
know.
about after eights? Those are my things.
After-
Or like
Okay,
those
special mention.
peppermint. Those peppermint
Oh,
patties. I love anything.
I hate those.
You
goodness.
like after eights?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you like peppermint stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Now go to the next page. It's about to get rowdy now. You know what's on the next page?
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Your top 10 drinks. And I'm saying now is a
Man
top 10.
did a top 10 drinks.
Top 20 drinks. My top 10 right now, Smileys.
Smileys.
I don't know what those are.
That brand is
Okay.
cold.
Capri Sun. You know what's the funny thing?
Capri Sun's so trash.
I
Now, have y'all
haven't tried
tried
Capri
them?
Sun.
They're like sugar.
I only know Kool-Aid Jammers.
No. Woo! Yes.
Ooh, you know they're actually selling Kool-Aid, the original pack at the dollar store.
Oh.
The original flavor with the cherry.
I don't
Guys,
know.
who have y'all had High C in a minute?
I had high C.
It tastes real different. I had some the other day and I was like, what is
I only-
Oh,
this?
from the States.
I only have it in the Coke Freestyles. I don't have it
Oh,
like
and,
in the
The machine.
yeah.
When you mix
the
the
high C. Yeah.
the high C, yeah.
You have Minute Maid here.
Ooh, but okay.
Which
Original
one?
OG, bro. Sunny D tastes different too, I find.
Everything's changed. Yeah.
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 Sunny D. Allen's got me through the days. I'll give it that Allen juice.
Mushroom spray, so trash.
What?
What? Cranberry?
Trash.
It's bougie.
trash.
It's bougie.
But like I
it's
think
blessed.
it's like fake healthy, and I'm just like, it's trash. It's so
Ocean
trash.
Spray. I don't know.
Ocean spray
I just don't
cranberry?
buy OG because it's too
That's top
much.
10 for me.
It's too much for me. Like I'm not paying $6 for cranberry grape,
Fruitopia.
Fruitopia,
I forgot all the flavors from Fruitopia,
Original
but it's like
OGs. I'm with it.
Welch's,
Yes.
That's bougie, man. I don't have
This
bullshit
guy
money.
said this.
I would definitely say it's top 10, but at the same time, like, I don't know, on a regular day, am I reaching for Welch's or am I
kinda
reaching for
was,
Fruitopia?
yeah.
Probably the
Fruitopia. I could do not Fruitopia and not feel no ways.
Ooh, Fruitopia,
Welch's,
that was nice.
Welch's and Ocean Spray, you have to measure your cup. Chop, Tropicana,
It's lit. I'm with a Super Tropicana.
Simply Lemonades, Simply.
Ooh, those are fire.
Nah, man.
Is this
Only
like
when
the
they're
PC
cold.
can things or something?
Only when they're
No, it's
cold.
Simply, like it's like
it just says simply.
Simply Lemonade. It's like the clear bottle.
So they have lemonade,
Oh, yeah.
pink
Only
lemonade.
when it's cold.
And
Like,
San
All right,
Pellegrino.
so I feel like we'll put these lists up
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
next coming days and argue with us. Tell us what you think should be added, what should be taken out,
Mm-hmm.
what y'all never seen in your life, because
We
some
gotta-
of these I'm like, I have
Yeah.
never heard of these.
We're gonna have to make our own lists because I have to separate myself.
Yeah.
We separated. You niggas have some weird ass tastes.
I
Says the guy who doesn't eat coconut. Like, everything that comes out of your mouth has been irrelevant after that. That's weird.
That's crazy, man.
Yo, I think you should just close it off.
Yeah. Just
Call
wrap
it
the
a
thing
night.
up.
Don't.
I mean, everything, like I said, it's been irrelevant, so let me just do it. Guys, thank you for joining us.
I also don't like spicy
Keep
food.
watching. Keep watching, subscribing. We'll see you
In the next 2 weeks.
In the next 2
in
weeks.
the next 2 weeks for the event. Remember to buy your tickets on our Eventbrite site, which you will see the links in our bios. Follow us on Instagram at @TheVentPod. We have Spotify. We're on iTunes. You know, click on
The link tree. Yeah.
click on our link tree.
Whatever
see all of our
works
stuff.
for you. You just click
Come
on
to
it.
our event, August 25th.
Hold on,
August
hold on,
25th,
guys.
7 p.m.
You guys are really just gonna out me because I don't like coconut?
August 25th, 7 p.m., 1122 Castlefield Avenue. Come to our event, live performances, interview of those performances, and also a live podcast.
Yeah.
Also, please bring a canned good or an unopened and unused package of undergarments for the
Horizons
charity
Freeze.
drive we're doing
Yeah.
for the...
Horizons for you.
For Horizon Free.
All right, Kate, that's it. Thank you
that's-
so
so
much.
Take care and remember.
So